Okay, here we are back with Kart Chaser back at Cup Karts North America Spring Nationals. Hey, we're about to set the juniors out here for the very first racing session. This is 16-lap feature. This is for all the marbles. This is what we came here for. This is juniors. On the pole, it looks like it's going to be number 75, Isaac Malkiewicz. Outside front row is number 9, Sammy Tutwiler. Second row inside, starting third, number 840, Carter McMurray. Second row outside, 810, Henry Taylor. Then we have Lucas Feck and Braden Dolmont, Christopher Wakefield and Nathan Dupuis, Holden Harder and J.J. O'Neill. Then back at row 6, we have Brady Shad and Peyton Worm, Hudson Jack Erlin and Anthony Louise, Leighton Mull and Sebastian Day, Jacob Shabley and Talon Laney, Thomas Nichols and Caleb Tarter. And fans in the pits there, when you hear your driver's name, you're more than welcome to cheer for them. Paulie D. Hart is starting 21st, 22nd, Muskan Satar, Max Franciselli and Porter Trudell, Oliver Paludo and Colby Jackson, Ryder Brown and Beckham Lewis, Ryan Sukina and Will Wilkie. And by the way, Will's dad does have copies of his book Branding Speed on site. So Fritz will sell you a book for, I think it's $20, and they are signed.
Maybe he'll he signed it. Good.
Yeah. And Jordan Klein and Adriano Iannuzzi, Cade Yeager and Keelan Torigny, Alyssa Veskoku, and I'm sorry, Tony and I are going to struggle with your name all weekend. That's a tough one for us. Yeah. Thomas Anthony and Alex Miller, Evan Benoit and Brody Clary. Starting 40th, Hudson Williams and Nicholas Capolongo. Starting 42nd, Colton Geyer, and outside is Meyer Lewis. Then we have Tegan Schneider and Carter Barkas, Javier Soto and Diego Di Francisco. And starting 48th, Walker Yarnott. 49th, Kellen Wise. And starting 50th, capping out our field, is Connor Burgess. So absolutely cheer on your favorite driver. They love the support.
Full field of juniors here with Isaac Malkiewicz out on the pole, Sam Tutwiler right alongside him. Remember, the pole sitter sets the pace. And the starter, Ryan, out there, he'll look. And if he doesn't like the way it looks, he will give them the yellow. He will not give them the green. This is a very important race, very important feature. This is the Spring Nationals here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, CKNA, Kart Cups of North America. This is the Spring National 2024 season, and this will be deciding who will be your junior Spring National champion and who will be on the podium.
And we're just all watching the field to come up the hill here, and I'll go towards our flagman chief starter, Ryan. Ryan's doing just a great job this weekend. I'm really impressed with him.
3-5 on the podium.
Hey, Megan, doing 5 to the... And we have a yellow. We did not get a start. We have a yellow. No start, no start, no start. Ryan did not like it.
Right.
Your pole position is Isaac Malkiewicz. And Isaac Malkiewicz gets to dictate the start. And if the outside pole tries to sneak ahead of him or something, that's because don't count.
Right.
If the outside position tries to sneak ahead of him, don't count.
Right, and the outside position will get a penalty if they continue to disobey Ryan. So, but again, like I said, what Ryan's trying to do is give everybody a fair start. So he wants them nice and slow. Here they come. I know it's hard to be slow. He's telling them to slow down. I think they're coming kind of fast, but he might like them. And
all right. Well, it was Sam Tutwiler on the outside, and he gave him the green though. So we're gonna see how it comes out.
All right. Everybody so far doing pretty good out there. Nobody getting tangled up through turns 1 and 2.
And your leader is Sam Tutwiler, number 9, Sam Tutwiler. Oh, no, Isaac is ahead of him. Okay, there we go.
Isaac is out there.
Isaac snuck ahead a little out of the camera view, but yeah.
Malkiewicz in the blue, out in front. Sam Tutwiler in second, we believe.
Yep.
And then you got those comp cart guys.
There they are again. Oh, my God. Did they show up bright last night on the cameras? Yeah.
I like those colors, and you could see them out there. We'll see what happens now as they come around and they cross the stripe for the first time. And look at the full
maybe
field.
Carter McMurray in third place. I'm not sure. We got to wait till they come by.
No,
Carter McMurray's up to second. Tutwiler back to third. So yeah.
And Taylor in fourth. Braden Dumont in fifth. Nathan Dupree in sixth. Christopher Wakefield top runner here. We finish up in 7th, Lucas Steck in 8th, J.J. O'Neill in 9th, Holden Harder, another top runner in 10th. Look at Brady Shad back in 11th. So,
wow, that won't last long.
I hope not.
Isaac?
Yeah, again.
Isaac Malkiewicz, your leader. First one by a stripe. Carter McMurray in second.
So Malkiewicz right now is doing what he has to do. He has pulled away from your second-place driver, Carter McMurray. Now, can McMurray catch him? Can McMurray get help? It looks like the comp cart, I'm going to say maybe they're not a team, but they're definitely on the same cart. So will they help him catch up to Malkiewicz? Malkiewicz, look at the lead he's got.
I mean, he's just
that is unbelievable
gone
in a race like this, but that's where Malkiewicz has to be if he wants to win this race without dicing it up with 5-6 other carts. Meanwhile, back in second, the 840 of Carter McMurray, that's the guy that has to try to get somebody to help him, because right now, without a draft, it's going to be hard to catch Isaac Malkiewicz.
And he's got a similar teammate, a similar chassis, and they should be teammates. Number 810, Henry Taylor, also driving a comp cart. So,
okay.
Carter McMurray and Taylor should team up together and try to catch Malkiewicz. Malkiewicz is just gone. He's got to be 15 cart lengths ahead of second place.
You see the number 9 of Sam Tutwiler back in that 5th place. He dropped back down to 5th. He lost 3 positions. Braden Dumont, Braden Dumont up into 4th. Henry Taylor up into 3rd. And right now, Carter McMurray in 2nd, but not sure if McMurray can get some help to try to catch Isaac Malkiewicz. Malkiewicz did a good move on the start and was able to put enough space to keep them out of his draft and take that lead. And it's kind of tough in a race like this. So we'll see what happens. Look at Malkiewicz. Here he comes. And he's got a pretty big lead there. But now I see the 2 comp carts are together, McMurray and Taylor, and that could be trouble for Malkiewicz. Also, you got in 4th, you got Dumont. And Dumont might choose to help them to just at least catch up to catch Malkiewicz. Malkiewicz getting down out of the wind. He knows they might be coming. And that's the only way I think right now they're going to catch him, unless Malkiewicz starts to have problems. Malkiewicz is in a tremendous position in this junior class to become a junior spring national champion. McMurray in 2nd with Henry Taylor trying to help him. Braden Dumont in 4th. Christopher Wakefield in 5th. Lucas Steck in 6th. Sam Tutwiler in 7th. Nathan Dupree in 8th, Brady Shad in 9th, and Holden Harder in the top 10.
Wow.
But right now, you go to the front, it's Malkiewicz out in front. In a race like this is kind of unheard of, Dave.
And I see on the side of his card it says Steele, so it's Mark Steele. I didn't realize it's under Mark Steele's tent, but
Motorsports.
Yeah.
Mark Steele Motorsports doing a good job here. But right now, it's Isaac Malkiewicz in the number 75. Blue and yellow colors. There he goes. And it looks like the number 840 of Carter McMurray separates from the 810 of Henry Taylor. McMurray in 2nd place. McMurray, a former winner here of the Spring Nationals. Can he make it 2 years in a row? Right now, he's in that position. He's in 2nd. You can't get any closer than that to win this race. But it's Malkiewicz who just got a really good jump at the start. He might have had his kart set up for these conditions better than everybody else. But really, Carter McMurray's shot right now is that Henry Taylor and Dumont kind of help those 3 start to catch up. Now, what could happen to Malkiewicz? Maybe his kart was set up for really slippery conditions, and as this is a 16-lap race, he might start to slow down towards the end. We'll see what happens.
In that 840 in 2nd place, Carter McMurray. Yes, indeed, that is Jamie McMurray's son. So congratulations to Jamie. You're having a pretty good weekend, and I'm sure you're happy that you can see that Carter's doing well. We got 1 cart off at the bottom of the track down here and back on again. Right. Malkiewicz still leading.
Right. So last year, as I mentioned, Carter McMurray won the Spring Nationals last year. Isaac Malkiewicz was in 2nd, and now maybe we're going to switch places here. Eli Warren was in.
Okay, look at that.
3.
Yeah, okay.
So
it was McMurray, Malkiewicz. Right now it's Malkiewicz, McMurray.
Right.
So year after year.
So a big change here, but Malkiewicz, can he hold it? Right now, it does look like. We had Braden Dumont go purple, so some people are running faster than Malkiewicz. And it looks like they are closing in. Now, as I said, Malkiewicz's kart might have been really set up for the wet conditions, and the conditions are getting better, and that might be pulling him down a little bit. So we'll see. 16 laps is a long way to go here, Dave.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. We've got at least 1 retired right in front of us here, and I'm trying to
number 89.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, it looks like the McMurray, Taylor, and Dumont have closed the gap. Mal Hewitt is in trouble right now.
Look at that.
Mal Hewitt is in trouble.
Yes.
McMurray making it look, he wants to make it a 2-year-in-a-row win here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And McMurray driving an excellent race right now and doing a good job. But he's got Henry Taylor helping him, Brandon Dumont, Lucas Theck in 5th. But now Mal Hewitt is in trouble. McMurray right on him. Now, will McMurray choose to pass him at this point or wait towards the end of the race? We'll see what happens. Mal Hewitt, not sure if he's slowing down. I didn't see his times, but it could be a problem for him.
Oh, look at there. Here comes McMurray going around Mal Hewitt. And it's done. He's gone.
So McMurray made up his time and now gets by Mal Hewitt. And now you're going to see Henry Taylor kind of push Mal Hewitt and trying to get into that second place as they dice for 3rd with Brandon Dumont trying to get by Taylor. So we got a race in the top 4 now. Mal Hewitt, can he keep pace with McMurray? If he can, he might make a move towards the end of the race. McMurray might have went a little too soon to take this lead, but McMurray's feeling good out there, and he saw his kart coming in while maybe Mal Hewitt's kart was going out. But we'll see. Right now, I'm telling you, Mal Hewitt is able to stay with McMurray. So not saying his kart maybe wasn't coming out, not doing the best it should, but he is able to stay. But he's also got Henry Taylor and Dumont kind of pushing him behind. So you got that draft going with the top 4 drivers there.
Yep. Top 4 all together now. Yeah, your leader is McMurray. Mal Hewitt, who led the first part of the race so decisively, is back behind McMurray in second place, and 3rd and 4th are staying right there too. So it's a whole different race all of a sudden.
Yep, and we said this is the problem with the conditions out there. How do you have your kart set up? Believe me, other tuners are out there looking at this and watching this, and if they know the setup that Mal Hewitt had, they might be thinking about, well, what happened? He was good for the beginning of the race, but can it last through the 16 laps? I'll give Mal Hewitt credit. He is staying right with Carter. He's staying right with Carter McMurray. He is not giving it up. A battle now for 3rd, and it looks like Henry Taylor might be in trouble as Dumont, I believe, got him. Dumont has passed him, so that'll break up the comp car team there.
And while they're busy doing that passing, they fell back just a couple of kart lengths. But now that they're together again, I'm sure they'll catch up pretty quick.
Well, we'll see if Dumont starts to push Henry Taylor up.
Look at that. Mal Hewitt is right behind McMurray.
Right.
Now, he couldn't stay ahead of him. He was way ahead of him, couldn't stay up there. But now that he's right behind him, he's staying right on him, just like glue.
Right. So, what I'm thinking, maybe Mal Hewitt knew he couldn't stay out there that long, but he knows he can run, and he's going to try to make a move at the end of the race. He's able to stay with McMurray. So if the lead he had on McMurray's not putting that same lead on Mal Hewitt. But now you got to give McMurray, but McMurray might have had some help from Henry Taylor there to push him up. So we'll see what happens here. But Mal Hewitt, a very strategic driver. Black flag goes out now. They're not letting, if you're going to be lapped, they're telling their driver to pull off the track. It's not a problem. They didn't do anything wrong. It's just that they're in position to be lapped, and they don't want anything to disturb these leaders. This is for a Spring National Championship, so they're trying to keep it really clean for them.
And it's 4 laps to go that time by the stripe. They just passed the 4 laps to go.
So Braden Dumont, who runs at 3rd, pulling a little space between him and Henry Taylor. Christopher Wakefield has moved up to 5th, but not sure if he can catch that lead draft. Lucas Theck dropped back to 6th, Tutwiler in 7th, Harder in 8th, Brady Shad in 9th, and Nathan Dupree drops to the top 10. He's in 10th. Peyton Warren in 11th. So what a race going on here, but it's right now all eyes on
Carter McMurray
and Isaac Mal Hewitt, because that's where the race is. That's where the championship is. And I got to give Mal Hewitt credit. He's staying right there. But you see in 3rd, Braden Dumont not giving up, and he's trying to catch the top 2 there to make it a top 3, and this way it could be any one of those 3 winning. For some reason, Henry Taylor has dropped off the pace a little bit and not pressuring Braden Dumont, who's in 3rd. Wakefield in 5th.
It went by the stripe again. It's 3 laps to go, so next time it'll be 2 sticks up for your leader, Carter McMurray.
And they got a pretty big lead over the 5th place driver, number 811, Christopher Wakefield. They got a real big lead over him. So no challenge for that fourth place position with Henry Taylor. But Henry Taylor has dropped off the pace of Braden Dumont. Dumont trying to do everything he can to catch that lead draft of Carter McMurray and Isaac Malkiewicz. And Malkiewicz looks to the inside, and he takes that lead away. He might have done this a little too soon, because McMurray, very seasoned driver, very strategic. He's okay with that. Let Malkiewicz go into the lead. They do pull away from your third-place driver, Brandon Dumont, the 324 Brandon Dumont, and that's also what McMurray wants to happen. So this way, him and Malkiewicz can do battle, and the worst that can happen, maybe they finish. The worst you can finish is second, maybe, as long as they stay on the track.
I see Carter McMurray looks over his right shoulder to see if anybody can help him back there. Unfortunately, no, there's nobody to help him.
There's no help. This is strictly between these two drivers. So all the strategies come into play here. It's strictly between these two drivers. Here, white flag is out on Malkiewicz. This is where McMurray's going to make his move. McMurray goes to the inside and gets him coming out of turn 2 into turn 3. Now McMurray trying to pull him now, trying to get a good lead so he can't draft him down the back stretch. We'll see what happens here. McMurray, I told you, he definitely was strategizing in there, knowing what he had to do. He knows. He looks now to his side. He's looking to see where Malkiewicz is. Malkiewicz's not giving this up. We still got a battle for first. Malkiewicz, McMurray. Oh, there goes Malkiewicz. He takes the lead again. Oh, number 75. Don't sign out McMurray yet. McMurray, a very strategic driver here. Here we go. McMurray trying to get a run on him. I see McMurray. And McMurray could be in trouble as Brandon Dumont comes into the picture. We got a three-way. Look at this. Three-way across. And I believe Malkiewicz gets the win.
But the black flag is out with a checker. This is under review. This is not official. Unofficially, Isaac Malkiewicz, Carter McMurray, Braden Dumont, Henry Taylor, Christopher Wakefield, Lucas Theck, Sam Tutwiler, Nathan Dupuy, Brady Shad, Holden Harder, Cade Yeager, let's see who else we have. Sebastian Day, Caleb Tarter, Peyton Worm, Muskan Satower, J.J. O'Neill, Anthony Louise, Will Wilkie, Hudson Jackarden, Paulie Dehart, Adriano Iannuzzi, Max Francescelli, Jacob Shabley, Colby Jackson, Carter Barkus, Oliver Paludo, Ryder Brown, Alyssa Vascocu, Nicholas Capolongo, Evan Benoit, Keelan Tourigny, Alex Miller, Jordan Klein, Walker Yarnott, Porter Trudell, Connor Burgess, Tegan Schneider, Thomas Anthony, Javier Soto, Kellen Wise, Ryan Sukina, and we have a few more here. Oh, Hudson Williams, Colton Geyer, Diego DeFrancisco, Talon Laney, Leighton Moe. So congratulations, unofficially.
Unofficially, you're right, Dave. Unofficially, but what a race by Malkiewicz, man. What a race. And you're racing against the best in North America. McMurray never gave up. McMurray, I thought, had it there for a while. Malkiewicz came back. What a race that was. And that's what CKNA, Spring Nationals, is all about. The best of the best. And you got to give credit to both McMurray, Malkiewicz. They did a tremendous job out there, not taking each other out, taking it right down to the last lap. And you've seen the third place person come right up too. It was almost a three across the start finish line. This track is wide enough for that. But Malkiewicz gets the win by inches. So from last year, we had Carter McMurray, who did win this class, with Isaac Malkiewicz finishing second. Eli Warren was third last year. This year, we swapped that around. It's Isaac Malkiewicz is your champion, unofficially, of course, and Carter McMurray finishes up in second.
And we don't have any idea what the infraction is or what they're discussing, but the officials are discussing it, and they'll have results soon. So congratulations unofficially to, both of them. Front two. They put on just a fantastic. How many passes were in that last lap, Tony? Were you counting? I didn't. The pass for the lead. There was multiple passes for the lead.
I'm saying that, every place you thought, well, it's over, they can't pass.
Yeah.
They were passing.
Yes. And that one pass by McMurray over Malkiewicz, like 3, 4, 5 corners back, that was just masterful. He went way wide. I thought he was slipping out of control or whatever. No, he was setting up the slingshot move, and it worked just perfect.
Right. And, you're talking about a racing family, McMurray.
Yeah, Jamie.
And you got Isaac Malkiewicz running against this, and it was just it was just a great race. And again, that's what CKNA has brought to the 206 League of Karters out there. That if you want to race with the best, you want to learn what you know more things than you have locally, you got to come to one of these races because this is where it is at. They have given the four-cycle racer a place to test their skills.
Well, yeah, CKNA is where it's at. That's all there is to it. CKNA is where it's at. Hey, on the kid karts, we've got a number of kid karts. The number 13, and this is in no particular order, but the number 13 is Sofia Mendoza. Number 6 is Koa Dozit. Number 51 is Marcos Dos Santos. Number 141 is Diesel Maxwell, and that's his actual real name, Diesel Maxwell. No, not so much the Maxwell, but the Diesel part is his real first name. I love that. 69, Tillerson Chung. Number 92, Trevor Enzor. Number 4 is Ethan Greiner. Number 95 is Lucas Dos Santos. Number 25 is Levi Nason. Number 222 is Grant Heckman. Number 31 is Spencer Height. And number 32 is Nathan Stockwell. So congratulations to that whole kid kart group. Kid karts are 5, 6, and 7 years old. And I say it over and over again. These kids can't walk down a hallway at Grandma's house without bouncing off both walls. But they're racing open-wheel race cars at faster speeds than you're legally allowed to drive on a city street. You would get a ticket if you drove as fast as these kids. So 5, 6, and 7 years old. And literally some of them get out of the cart and they're standing there and they're not any taller than when they were sitting in the cart. You know, there's one little girl in particular here. I don't think I've announced her before, but she had a terrible time starting out this weekend. She couldn't find the racetrack, couldn't find anything. And she's doing much better now. So hopefully she gets out here in the feature. But yeah, just a really good group of people. The number 141, Diesel Maxwell, that's out of the AMAX racing team. Diesel Maxwell is the son of Charles and Brandy. And Diesel just put on just a monumental show at Whiteland. It had to be last year sometime and it was so fun to watch. And Diesel was just battling. He does not give up for nothing. If the cart isn't running right or something, that's one story. But if everything's good, Diesel's going to put it, close to the front, or he's going to do everything he can to get up front. And he put on a monumental battle at Whiteland. I'll never forget that race. So I was truly privileged to get to watch that one. So Diesel Maxwell, good on you. And we've got some kind of situation with the cart on the track. We're trying to figure out how we can move the cart. It looks like it might be broke in some way, so we're in a slight delay here for a track pickup. The next class, like I say, is the kid carts, and they generally push them out on the cart stands, but I don't think that's a situation. Oh yeah, there they are down there. I'm looking at the wrong class. I'm looking at the hot grid. Yeah,
set up.
So they push them out on the cart stands and then set the carts down somewhere on the racetrack, and they start from there. So.
Yeah, so I was looking at this lineup, and you got to remember, some of these kid karts might move up to the next, if they get past the age of 8, they move into the cadet class. So last year we had Jaden Francisco win this race, but there's not a Francisco in the...
No, I don't think he's racing today.
Right. And he's out of Canada, I believe.
Okay, and sorry, Jaden, we wish you were here.
And Liam Francisco finished second last year.
Okay. So, they were 1-2.
Right.
And I think they're cousins, if I remember it. I think I asked one time.
But they're not in this group. The one person that is in this group that did good at the Grand Nationals is Spencer Height.
Oh, Spencer is always strong.
Right. But Spencer Height starting back in 11.
Yeah, and I'm not... Yeah, I don't remember what happened yesterday. But
okay,
yeah.
So he must have had some problems because Spencer Height was your pole sitter at the Grand Nationals.
He's real strong. He's a big winner. He wins at most places we go to.
A great kid, too.
Are two carts stuck together? Is that what's going on there?
Yeah,
they sure are.
That's what it is. That's why they're having trouble.
So the track workers were unable to separate two carts. So what happened to those carts that they're welded together, for goodness sake? I mean, I'm exaggerating about welded, but
they're definitely hooked up.
Yeah, the corner workers literally had to lift both carts together and put them in the rescue wagon. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I don't think I've ever seen that where you just couldn't possibly get them apart. And there they go. The two melded carts are exiting the track on the wagon.
Well, at least they got the track clear.
Yeah, at least they got the track clear. Absolutely, Tony.
We'll get ready for this
kid carts.
Kid carts, yep. And good field of them. 11 carts, or 12 carts, right?
Yep, we're showing 12 entries. Hopefully, everybody makes it.
And again, we appreciate the parents for bringing them here. Future kart racers, getting them out here. And you just, like you said, you can't believe that these kids 5 to 8 years old, the savvy they have on the track and how they go to pass and they know when not to do something. It's just unbelievable about the skill level that these kids, and it will make them better drivers, whether it's in a race vehicle, a motor vehicle, just a regular motor vehicle. It'll just make them a better driver as they grow older.
Yeah, I've always said for many years, all of our kids that grow up at the racetrack, when I see them, when they finally get their license, first of all, the funny thing is they're used to driving at close to 100 or 80 miles an hour or whatever. They're driving a streetcar and they're driving through the pits and they are just white-knuckle driving. But second of all, they're always good drivers with the exception of one. And all the years I've noticed, there's one. But everybody's a good driver, but they drive way too fast and they come into a stop sign way hotter than I'm comfortable with. But they're used to racing.
Yes,
you know?
Yeah, and you get, and as far as a young driver driving a vehicle, a full-size vehicle, you got to get used to the handling and how hard the brakes work and stuff. So, but yeah, I've noticed anybody who was in kart racing and stuff when they got their driver's license. I'm hearing all these other kids getting into fender benders, but these kids don't.
Not any
unless they get hit by somebody.
Yeah.
But there we go.
And we are green. We're rolling. And Spencer Height was on the pole, and Spencer Height is up front. Unless he just got passed. Yeah, he did just get passed. Okay, so Spencer Height back to second.
Oh,
I think our leader is Grant Heckman. Yeah, so Heckman and Height are two very seasoned racers with us. Yep, that's Heckman and Height. Yeah, 1-2.
All right.
And they've been racing with us. It seems like forever. They can only race with us 3 years in this class.
Well, like I said, Spencer Height had the pole position at the Grand National, and I guess he set that again. I must have been looking at a different list. I didn't see him.
It's out of order before they go by the stripe.
So that's why. Yeah. So it had him down as 11th, and I said, well, something must have happened there. But, it only makes sense that Spencer Height is back up in front, and we'll see how he handles it with Grant Heckman.
Yeah, Heckman up front. I think Heckman won yesterday, I'm pretty sure, in the at least one of the heat races.
Yeah, and Heckman right now took the lead away from Spencer Height. Height is right there. So here they come.
They go by the stripe. Heckman and a VLR. So Miranda's got to be very happy.
I believe Height in a Coyote. And Levi Nason in third. Stockwell in fourth. Santos in fifth. Grenier. Ethan Grenier in sixth. Dos Santos in seventh. Enzor in eighth. Dozette in ninth, and Chung in 10th. Maxwell and Mendoza also make up the
Is he getting times? Yeah, they're getting times. Okay. Yeah, Diesel Maxwell. He's having a tough weekend because I know he's capable of being very fast. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with Diesel, but
well, it looks like Heckman and I believe that's Heckman and Height. They have just pulled away from the group. They have a big lead, and the race will be between those two. No battle for third. It looks like third place. Levi Nason in the number 225.
Okay, so we're going to swing over to a real quick interview with Ashley and see what she's got going on. We'll be back shortly.
We are here with Isaac Melchior, who's your provisional junior Spring Nationals 2024 winner. Isaac, that was a super fun race to watch. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, at the beginning of the race, I was able to get a gap and kind of pull away because they battled a little bit at the beginning. And then in the middle of the race, McMurray kind of caught up, and then he passed me. So I kind of pushed him till 2 to go. I fought him. He fought me back. So on the last lap, I just had to do my deal, and I ended up winning the race.
Is there anybody you want to thank for this weekend?
Mark Steele, my dad, Lawson, and Odenthal Racing Products, and Uncle Dan.
All right, well, congratulations, Isaac. You did awesome this weekend. Have a great rest of your day.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah, see? And he had that big Steamas flag. That is a group of these racers that call themselves the Big Steamas. And they grab their hand and pull it down like they're doing a train horn or something. The Big Steamas, and that's Isaac Melchior. And like Tony said earlier, they are the complete opposite of last year. It was McMurray
won it
Melchior last year. This year it's Melchior McMurray. So
right. And great interview there. He told it like it was.
Yep.
he had to take on McMurray, and McMurray pushed him, and then he pushed McMurray. So they did a great job out there. This is the Spring Nationals, and Isaac Malkiewicz becomes the Spring National champion.
I'll just flat out, I got to say, that was a great race. You know? I mean,
I said that, and those juniors really put on a great race.
So once again, we got Grant Heckman up front, followed by Spencer Height. That was juniors, yeah, or Tony. Yeah, Grant Heckman followed by Spencer Height, 1-2 right now, and then there's a huge gap till we get back to third for Levi Neeson, number 225, and Nathan Stockwell. So Grant Heckman looking strong, but he's got Spencer Height right behind him. Spencer Height is obviously no rookie here at all. Spencer Height races very strongly.
Spencer Height looking to outside, looks to the inside. He's looking to make a move, but maybe feels he just doesn't have enough power to get by.
I know Spencer Height just dominated last year up in New York there. Tim Hannon's track. Was it Ohio Valley?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Oakland Valley.
Oakland Valley. I'm sorry, Tim. Yeah, Oakland Valley.
Spencer Height is one of the top kid karts, that's for sure. But right now,
Heckman and we maybe.
Well, this race has got to. Was it how many laps did it?
12. Everybody's 16. 16. It is 12 kid karts. Okay.
Yeah, I would think kid karts are different.
That's news to me. Okay.
So it's still a long race for the kid karts, and like I said, Height is not going to give that up. He's going to be there, and anything could change over 12 laps. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Get those numbers there, but.
And once again, you can watch the action live. Well, I guess if you're hearing me, you're already watching, so it'd be a waste of my time. But thank you for watching. How's that? Yeah, on shopakr.com, of course. All the money, if it's costing you $10 a month, you can save every bit of that by shopping at akr.com. So you're going to make money by watching this channel. Barron Racing Team BRT, thank you very much, Dr. Todd and your brother. And we appreciate your help bringing Kart Chaser here. Dr. Todd was instrumental in sponsoring Kart Chaser, so we're very thankful for that. And is that a potential pass? Nope, not yet.
Looks like Levi Nason running in third, 225, and the number 32 of Nathan Stockwell in fourth. The number 95 of Lucas Dos Santos in fifth. Ethan Grenier in sixth, and Marcus Dos Santos in seventh. In eighth, it's Trevor Enzor. In ninth, it's Cohen Dozette. And in 10th, it's Tillerson Chung in the number 69, your top 10 drivers. But right now, the number 222 of Grant Heckman kind of holding off the number 31 of Spencer Height.
And unfortunately, Sophia Mendoza, number 13, is running about 7 seconds slower than the second to last place card. So Sophia, I think, will be pulled off the track before too long.
So your top two just passed the line. You see how long it takes before the number 225 of Levi Nason comes up. And there goes Nason now. So he's in third. No, I'm sorry. Nathan Stockwell is in third, kart number 32. And the 225 of Levi Nason in fourth. Ethan Grenier in number 4 in fifth.
Yeah, there's a big gap between the leaders and the third place.
Heckman and Height have pulled away from the pack. They're actually, I think, lapping karts, or lapped at least one kart.
Man, all the manufacturers are represented out there. I see Tony Karts going by. I see Comp Karts going by.
Yep.
There's a Tony right there.
That's what a big series like this brings. It brings everybody out. Everybody wants that win to chalk up. There goes your leaders again. Heckman and Height. Third place should be the number 32 of Nathan Stockwell. And I'll let you know when he crosses the stripe. Number 32 gets across the stripe. And along with him is the number 225 of Levi Nason in fourth. The number 4 of Ethan Grenier.
Somebody's off the track. I'm not sure who, but I saw a track official leaning over somebody there.
What's that number? See those numbers. It's kind of tough. But we got some.
Yeah, that Tony Kart, we're trying to figure out who that is right in front of this group here.
So it looks like the 51 of Marcos Dos Santos running in 7th, being pressed by the number 92 of Trevor Enzor and the 69 of Tillerson Chung. So we got some racing going on through the pack. Yeah, here we go.
And we're still trying to see what's going on. There's no change of position yet in most of the track.
Like I said, the 51 of Marcos Dos Santos and the 92 of Trevor Enzor and the 69 of Tillerson Chung battling out for that 7th place position. Right now in 7th is Marcos Dos Santos in the number 51.
On your screen right now is the battle for the lead. Your leader is Grant Heckman, followed by Spencer Height.
Yeah, Height trying everything he knows, but just can't find it. He goes wide here, but so does Heckman. You know, you got to give these kids credit. They know how to protect the lead.
Oh, absolutely. Both of these have been racing a while, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you will be hearing these names for a long time in the future.
You see Height again, looking, but he just... Heckman is... And now they're going to encounter a lap cart. Here they go. They'll get by the lap cart, I believe, easily. No problem.
I'm happy for that because okay.
No problem there. And again, you see Height looking, but just can't find it. Just can't find that place where he can maybe get a run on him and get next to him and able to squeeze by him.
Heckman. And laps are actually running out. They passed the two laps to go, so it's going to be White next time by.
So Heckman doing an excellent job in this Spring National Championship here.
Well, he's making that cart real wide, isn't he, Tony?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's doing what he has to.
Kids know what they have to do. There goes Height looking again, but he just can't seem to find it just enough to get around him. And of course, Heckman doing an excellent job. Heckman not blocking and not, losing control. That's for sure.
So Flagman Ryan does have the white flag in hand.
Yeah, white flag will be waving this time around. And Grant Heckman, here he comes for the last lap. He gets the white flag, along with, of course, Spencer Height. Nathan Stockwell in the number 32 will cross the stripe in 3rd. And nobody challenging him. Wait a minute. I shouldn't say that. Number 225 of Levi Nason, definitely on the back bumper of the 32, so there could be a battle for 3rd going on. Number 4 of Ethan Grenier, it ends up right now in 5th. Lucas Dos Santos in 6th, and Marcos Dos Santos in 7th.
But look at that, Spencer Height. He's just doing everything he can to try to get around Heckman, and it's not working. Heckman is so good.
Just can't do it.
Leonard? Nope. Where's our leaders on the track, Tony? I'm struggling right here.
Okay. Here they come.
Okay, so here they come, up to the checkered flag. And there it is, double checkered flag, and what happened? Heckman limps across. Spencer Height comes across first.
So we didn't...
something happened in our blind spot.
Height pulled to the inside. Something must have broke, or... And he's not happy.
He's not happy at all.
But there's nothing he could do.
He owned that race.
Yeah.
And right before the finish line, something happened. We didn't see it. It's in our blind spot in the building here.
He had such a big lead, he was still able to finish 2nd.
He still came across 2nd real slow.
He just rolled across.
But there's your winner, Spencer Height.
Spencer Height wins it. Oh, man. Spencer Height is on a real run this year,
31.
This season in 2024. And Spencer Height takes the win. Heckman finishes up in 2nd. Nathan Stockwell gets 3rd. Levi Nason in 4th. Ethan Grenier in 5th. Lucas Dos Santos in 6th. Trevor Enzor in 7th. Marcos Dos Santos in 8th. Tillerson Chung in 9th. Cohen Dozet in 10th. Diesel Maxwell in 11th. And Sofia Mendoza in 12th.
No, I did not see a black flag. I saw a double checkered, so I think this one's going to be relatively official.
Yeah, not sure what happened to Heckman. Definitely, he broke down. Something broke, I believe.
Yeah, because he came across under power, but very slow power. Or lost a chain or something. I don't know, but we'll find out eventually. And if we get any information, we'll let you know. But yeah, what a disappointing ending for poor Heckman.
You got the camera, I think, on him. Is that it?
Is that Heckman there?
Oh, no.
Oh, nope, that's the next group coming
That's
out.
the next group.
That's the hot grid.
Yeah.
And our tech staff, and they were hoping to get on camera sometime this weekend. So I don't know if any of our kart chaser people have a camera down there in the tech area, but they were hoping to be able to tell people back home, this is what I do on race weekend. This is the hot grid right now. Yeah, and the camera person is shooting through the fence, I can see. So I'm not quite sure we're there. Hey, shop AKR. You know, this $10 that you spent, recurring credit card charge on your credit card for having access to Kart Chaser, you can save every bit of that $10 by shopping at AKR. You get 10% off instantly. Use code SPRING10. And Tony, how do they save even more money?
And they save even more money if they spend $200 or more. They will get free shipping, and that is a big deal. So appreciate that from AKR, which is Advanced Kart Racing.com.
Acceleration.
Acceleration. Yeah. That's right. AccelerationKartRacing.com. And you got to check them out. Use the code of SPRING10, and that'll get you to 10%. And also the free shipping if you go over $200 or more. So we appreciate their sponsorship here at the Spring Nationals and Kart Chaser. And now we're getting ready for Senior Heavy, the highly competitive class as well. And just,
Senior Heavy, and there's a bunch of no names here. There's some kid I never heard of, Owen Lloyd, and Owen Aiken, and Chris Carroll, and no, of course I think I'm being funny because these are just huge.
These are top racers.
We have 51 entered. Go ahead, Tony.
So just to remind you, last year's Spring Nationals, Sean Meyer won this race.
Yep, and he's certainly capable again.
And Mo Edmondson was in second.
Okay.
And Justin Wishart, who's not here, I don't believe.
No, I haven't seen Justin.
Out of Illinois, he's not here. He's been with CKNA from a junior into the seniors. He's been racing there for a long time. But where is Sean Meyer in this lineup and Mo Edmondson?
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're going to start. Yeah,
Mo is back in. I'm not sure. This might not be right what we got in front of us, so I don't want to say. So we'll see. But we'll see where last year's winner, Sean Meyer and Mo Edmondson, where are they this year in the lineup, and could they duplicate their win? So far, no duplications. Mal Hewitt broke that when he beat McMurray today. McMurray was in the driver's seat for a while, but then Mal Hewitt got by and gave him the win, put McMurray in second.
And earlier you were talking about Justin Wishart. He was absolutely unbeatable about maybe 5 years ago or something.
Yep.
I mean, just invincible. And he's grown up. You know, we lose them, especially the males. We always lose them at
when they
18.
Get that age, they can drive cars sometimes, and girls are coming around. And
more important things to do than
more important things to do.
And we totally understand it. We don't like it, but we understand it.
We understand it.
And
they'll come back.
Yeah. I fully expected Wicked Dixobiak to lose him a number of years ago, and we didn't. And I'm thrilled.
Why he's
absolutely thrilled. And I'll tell you what, his twin sister, has been working with for forever. Yes. I don't know how she got involved, but she's been working with us, and she is just instrumental in this.
Here we go, Dave. Watch.
Here we come up the hill. And we are yellow, no start. And
a little too fast there.
That's Colin Aiken on the pole, by the way.
Okay.
No, he's outside. It'd be Owen Lloyd. So this is, I think it was correct.
Elmer is starting, Mo Edmondson starting in 6th. Like I said, last year, he was your second-place finisher. Sean Meyer all the way back in 8th, and he was your winner last year. So we got, like you said, we got some no-name people in here. We got some of the top racers.
Yeah, there's Mo on the pole and Colin Aiken. I don't know. He's trying to help me show me his number. But see that. 122. Oh, Junior Downs. Okay. And there's Chris Carroll. I just saw go by your screen.
Chris Carroll. He was tough. So keep an eye on number 12.
He had a good day yesterday.
He had a great day yesterday. And now he has to play it a little different in this class. Chris kind of mentioned to me, he goes, when you're racing in this class, the heavy, you're racing against the youngsters.
Yeah.
And he said the other class, I guess he runs Masters. He's saying, now I could drive a different race. But he has to drive 2 different types of races depending on who his competitors are.
Oh, I'm sure.
So he knows this one, you got the young people, and you got to be able to anticipate.
Yellow, no start.
Yeah, he's smart. He knows that you have to anticipate where they're going because they're so much quicker with maybe reflexes and how they drive. So it's a different strategy as an older, I don't want to say he's old, but as a seasoned driver to get out there with these younger drivers.
How old is Chris approximately? Does anybody know?
I
wouldn't have a clue.
I don't know. But
he's got that
old.
kind of face that looks deceiving. You can't really tell.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is.
And his wife Olivia is just such a joy to have at the racetrack, and son Grayson is always running around.
Yeah.
We just love having the Carrolls involved with Cup Karts. And the number 390 gets going again and back on the racetrack. That is, let's see, it should be at the bottom of the screen here. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. But anyway, the 390 gets back on the track.
He's trying to keep them slow, Dave. He wants them slow. You could see Ryan getting upset out there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's just he's mad.
The camera's on him, and he's saying, "Guys, slow down. Keep it in the tram lines."
And we are green, go, go, go! And your boy from South Georgia, Owen Lloyd, first in, first out,
he's been tough all weekend long.
From Waycross, Georgia.
Yep,
Owen Lloyd,
Waycross, Georgia. Look at that movement to second place. I got to see, who is that? Can you see that number? Is
that
7?
Ronnie Cleese. Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie's been tough this weekend. And right now, he made a good move.
Look at Chris Carroll.
And we got to watch Carroll. Watch the number 12. Carroll moves up into third, and they look like they want to pull away from the rest of the pack. Carroll might have a little problem now, and there goes a battle for fourth place now. Fifth place. Look at these guys. This hasn't settled down yet. Meanwhile, out at the front, Owen Lloyd, that's where you want to be, not bothering with everybody else. He's out there in front, but the number 7 of Ronnie Cleese is right there, getting close to him. Chris Carroll in third, Colin Aiken in fourth. There's Mo Edmondson in the top 5.
And I see Wicked Nick back there on your camera screen, number 23, Wicked Nick Sobiak from Wisconsin.
He's running in about 9th position. That's how tight they're running. That you can pick him up on one screen on the camera.
There's your leader. And Owen Lloyd is actually a pretty big person, pretty tall person. So he's got to try to hunker down a little bit to try to be as least wind resistant as he can.
Well, that'll come later on, I think.
But Ronnie Clyde's right on his rear bumper.
Ronnie's been strong this weekend. And now Ronnie might, made some fine adjustments, and that's letting him get out there with him. Carroll right there in third.
Chris Carroll in third, yep.
Well, Carroll's
number 12.
He's going to run a strategic race. He's not going to do something crazy. He's going to hold on to that third place, and maybe he looks for some help to catch up to that lead draft. That's what he needs, because right now there's a little bit of space between him and Ronnie. And right now your leader is Owen Lloyd. Lloyd doing an excellent job, but this is very early on with a 16-lap race to continue. And a distant 5th, it looks like that is 107 of Mo Edmondson. Can Mo catch up to the lead draft? He's got nobody to help him. He's out there all alone, Mo Edmondson.
That's going to be tough without a partner. So that's got to be Aiken. And Aiken gets around Chris Carroll.
Chris Carroll. So. Yeah. But Chris Carroll could stick with him, because if Aiken's got enough power to catch up to that lead, it'll suck Chris Carroll in, and then Chris Carroll can make his move. And it looks like Aiken might be able to do it.
He's actually pulling away from Carroll just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely faster, at least right now on this part of the track. And if Chris could just stay with him, Chris could get up there, and it could be a 4-way battle. There it goes. You see, Dave? They're starting to close it up. All alone in 5th, though, is still Mo Edmondson. Nobody's helping Mo to get up with that lead group. Let's look back in 6th there. In 6th, there's a race going on for that 6th place between none other than the number 30 of Sean Meyer, Wicked Nick Sobiak, and Junior Downs. Eli Fox is in 9th. David Vasquez in the top 10. Oh, man. Yeah. And did Ronnie Cleese get it? No. Yeah.
No, but there's... Oh, and
now
here comes Aiken trying to battle.
Aiken's not going to give up any space there, and Aiken now moves into second.
Takes second.
That gives Mo a little bit of break, but could put Mo in trouble, because Aiken is quick. His kart is coming in, and he moved through the pack. Let's face it, he got by Carroll, now he got by Cleese, and now he's on the trail to try to catch
Lloyd.
Yep. So a lot going on here. Will Cleese help Owen? I'm not sure.
I mean, if they were smart, they would.
Well,
and it's a lot of laps to go, by the way. It's 11 laps to go yet this time by, so they're not very deep into this race yet.
Owen Lloyd.
Owen Lloyd, he's bouncing around in the seat, trying to find a good position.
Owen Lloyd, yep, he's not in a great position right now, Owen Lloyd, because Colin Aiken has closed in along with Ronnie Cleese.
Aiken's right behind him now.
Yeah, so either Aiken, as long as Cleese doesn't pressure Aiken too much, he might just hang on to that second place. But it is going to be a problem with Cleese, because Cleese is going to want to get up there and challenge Lloyd. That's the deal.
Yeah.
Chris Carroll just can't catch up to that lead pack, and he's not getting help. It looks like, you see Cleese.
Oh, yeah, big bump there.
Cleese making his move.
And he's up to second.
And Cleese got back up to second. Allows Mo to get away. Lloyd to get away a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, allows Lloyd to pull away a little bit.
That's temporary, though. I think they're going to...
Yeah, they're going to close it up, and that allowed Chris Carroll now to catch up to the lead draft again. So Carroll back into it, and Mo Edmondson is in the top 5. So any one of these 5 drivers right now, I can tell you, they all have the credentials to win, that's for sure, and they are all in striking distance. Owen Lloyd has to drive a really good race here. He looks back, card number 119, Owen Lloyd out of Waycross, Georgia, right now out in front. And of course, Ronnie Cleese, I'm not familiar with him. You know him, Dave?
I do not. I'm not real familiar with him.
I'm not sure where he's out of. I know Chris Carroll is out of South Carolina.
South Carolina, yep.
But officially from upstate New York. I think the Rochester area. Well, he worked for Coyote.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I did not realize that. I know
he's a native New Yorker. So,
okay.
But right now, looks like I said, unless Mo Edmondson gives Chris Carroll a help, they're going to start losing those top 3 draft. So Mo's got to look around and think about this. Push him or pass him. Because it's one or the other if you want to stay with the top 3. And that is Lloyd, Cleese, and Aiken.
And back and forth and fifth are 2 different chassis manufacturers, they don't have any allegiances towards each other other than trying to catch the
chassis. We have MGM in front. I don't know what Cleese is on. And who's in third is Colin Aiken is probably on a VLR. Am I right? Yep, VLR. And Carroll's on a Coyote. And Mo Edmondson on an MGM. So we don't have any good relationships here. It's going to be tough for all of them.
Yeah, everybody's got to actually work with the enemy, I guess.
Yeah, work with the enemy. Well, sometimes you have to do that.
Oh, absolutely. 8 laps down, 8 to go last time by the stripe.
Oh, yeah, Cleese is on a Coyote. That's what it says on the side.
I see it now.
The colors kind of threw me off. I'm not used to those colors on a Coyote, but he's on a Coyote running in second. So you got an MGM, a Coyote, and a VLR up front.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And then you got a Coyote again coming up in fourth. That's Chris Carroll.
And the MGM
again with Mo Edmondson in fifth. You got Sean Meyer on a Coyote. He's in sixth. Sobiak in seventh. Eli Fox in eighth.
Sobiak's a VLR.
And Sobiak a VLR in seventh. Eli Fox in eighth. David Vasquez, I believe he might be VLR too.
With Miranda.
In ninth. And Junior Downs into the top 10. But, well, right now it is Owen Lloyd and Ronnie Cleese with Colin Aiken. No, don't count Colin out. A very strategic driver as well. And I believe that is, that's it. That's Sean Meyer trying to get down out of the win in sixth, trying to catch the fifth place driver, the 107 of Elmer Edmondson. Sean Meyer's got the 418 of Eli Fox and the 23 of Nick Sobiak right behind them. Meyer's looking for that help to get up there with the lead draft. It's not happening right now. Sean Meyer, who was your winner last year at the Spring Nationals, now running back in sixth. And now the two Coyotes could team up because Chris Carroll has dropped to fifth and Sean Meyer's in sixth.
Wicked Nick just moves up a spot for 23. Wicked Nick Sobiak.
Okay, so Wicked Nick moves probably up to 7 and passing Eli Fox. Let's see what's going on here.
There's Wicked Nick right there, the number 23.
Okay, and there's your leader again.
Yep.
With Owen Lloyd, Cleese, and Aiken. There is that's 418, Eli Fox. Trying to get by, I believe, Sean Meyer, who's in sixth, Chris Carroll in fifth, Edmondson in fourth, Colin Aiken in third, but the battle is between Lloyd, Cleese, and Aiken, top three. And right now it is Owen Lloyd continuing to hold that lead, but they are running tight. They have pulled away from fourth place driver to 107 of Mo Edmondson and the number 12 of Chris Carroll, along with the 418 of Eli Fox. Not sure what happened to Sean Meyer. Meyer dropped all the way back tonight. I thought he was going to be able to help Chris Carroll because he got up there, but now has dropped back to ninth place. Your former winner here from the last year's Spring Nationals, Sean Meyer, drops back to that ninth position. Junior Downs runs in 10th.
And you got to be hats off to Owen Lloyd. He has just wired this so far. There's 4 laps to go next time by, but he has just owned this race.
He's been excellent this whole weekend long, and right now, again, in the lead. But when you're in the lead with this much following you, being so close, it is not a set deal yet.
Oh, no, not by any stretch.
You see Cleese in the number 7 really pushing him. And that's, MGM against Coyote here. And there goes
Ronnie.
Ronnie making a good move.
And he takes over the P1.
Now, did he make it too soon? And you see Aiken getting antsy back there. Aiken knows if he can get Lloyd to drop to third, then they can keep Lloyd away from winning this race. But right now, Lloyd is still definite that you could put your money that he could still win it. But so can Aiken. Don't count Aiken out. The top 3 are running that tight. Cleese right now has the lead, but not going to say much when it comes down to the end. But right now, he is your leader. And that's the first time I saw Lloyd kind of give up. He's led usually races right from the beginning to the end. So now we got a different race going on here. Now, can Lloyd push Cleese so they get away from Aiken? Because Aiken is a threat, let me tell you.
Yeah, Aiken is definitely a threat. I don't know if I think, okay, and here we go. Here we go. Owen Lloyd tries to take the spot back. I was thinking he's not going to help Ronnie a whole lot.
Again, is he doing it too soon? It's 3 to go, which is not a lot, but it is still 3 to go. And on the white flag, we've noticed that's when a lot of stuff starts happening.
Two sticks up, 2 laps to go. And here comes Ronnie again. He's trying to pass
making
Owen.
A good move, and he gets it. So Lloyd right now knows where Ronnie's maybe strong points are.
Yep.
So he has to decide. And that might have been a good move by him, Lloyd, to make that pass with 3 laps to go because he wants to see where Ronnie is quick. So he knows where Ronnie is quick. He knows when he has to pass Ronnie, where now Ronnie would not be as quickest to pass him back. But there goes Aiken, and I said Aiken is a threat, and Aiken is now in second. But that allows Cleese to pull away. So with only 2 laps to go now, it could be tight. What's going to happen here? We'll see if Lloyd gives Aiken a helping hand to catch him, and he does. It looks like they are. And so, again, it could be a 3-way battle. White flag is out.
Yep.
And so Cleese, Aiken, and Lloyd. Edmondson in 4th, Carroll in 5th, Eli Fox in 6th, Nick Sobiak at 7, Vasquez in 8, Sean Meyer back in 9th, Junior Downs in the top 10. But let's go back to the front because that's where the race is right now. The top 3 run, Cleese, Aikens, and Lloyd. And you see Cleese now starting to jump around. He's trying to get anything he can to get that cart. Will he do, what were we calling it? The Briggs, what was that?
The Briggs squat or something?
Squat.
Yeah, somebody, I can't.
Let's see if anything changes here aerodynamically to allow Cleese to stay out in front. And you see Lloyd, he's looking, he's got to say, when am I going to make this move? But like I said, Aiken is always a threat. Oh,
and there it is, checkered and black.
And black, so something went on there.
It was Ronnie Clynes, but this is unofficial. This is under review.
Colin Aiken has just stayed in second. Owen Lloyd did not make a move. Elmer Edmondson got 4th. Chris Carroll in the top 5. Eli Fox finished up 6th. Nick Zobiak in 7th. David Vasquez up into 8th place. Vasquez pulled up about 5 positions to get into that 8th place. Unfortunately, Sean Meyer,
last year's winner,
dropped back to 9th. Junior Downs also had some good starting positions, but dropped back. William Lessig in 11th. Logan Stevens up 5 positions into 12th. William Walls up 7 positions
from California.
To get into 13th. Connor Youngchuck having a problem out there, finishing 14th. Yep. And George Wheeler making some positions up, getting up into the top 15, finishing 15th. Ooh, so some good racing there in senior heavy. And Ronnie Cleese, or Clyes, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I always say Clyde, but I have no idea.
A great drive by Ronnie Clyes. Also a Coyote driver, and Aiken, of course, VLR, and Owen Lloyd, MGM. You got the whole mix up there.
Yeah, everybody's represented.
Everybody's represented.
Owen Lloyd did set fast lap on lap 11. He ran a 47.666.
Yep. Listen, Owen Lloyd, I think the fact that he got stuck behind Aiken, that hurt him. If he could have stayed in second, I think he was planning a move where he could pass Cleese. He saw where Cleese was fast and how Cleese got by him. So he was going to make a different area to pass him at where that fast spot would not show up again. But it did not happen. So
Owen Lloyd owned that race for about 2/3. But
well, he's been strong all weekend long.
Yeah, he really has.
Oh, there's John from Precision Karting.
Oh, John Seglem, Precision Performance Karting right there.
He's got a lot of his drivers there. I see McKeithen in the background, right?
He's got some huge drivers. Yeah, do you see
Chris
Christopher?
Yeah, I think he drives. Chris Carroll drives with him, and yeah, so they got
John, I'll tell you what, if you're racing under John Seglem's stable, you're a winner. No doubt about it. Here comes that's AO Austin Olds walking towards us right here under the tent. So, Okay, we're back with Kart Chaser at Cup Karts North America CKNA Spring Nationals. We have the cadet class coming out. We've got the number 113 of Brent Mendoza. This is no particular order, but Brent Mendoza, Cole Decker, Ranger Lake, Barrett Tourley, Cooling, Thompson, Logan McCloskey, Parker Stewart in the 22, Camden Clay in the 9, Hayden Lawson is number 10, Liam Four is number 4, starting 8th, Elam Stoner starting 9th, I think, is Ruben Greer. We also have Jackson Brewster, Griffin Vukic, Kristen Damianidis, maybe, Austin Taylor, Ryan Rollins, Michael Patrick, Melville Dos Santos. Who else do we have? Anthony Ciofani, Riggins Barnacle, I love that name. William Richard, John Dwyer, Arlo Barr, Anthony Di Donato, Samson Plourde, Levi Plourde, Jackson Reinholtz, Lincoln Willie, and we are yellow. No start, no start, no start. And we've got a cart right down in front of us here. It was actually right down in front of
That was Drew Schneider.
Oh, the announcing tower here.
Had a problem on the start there, so that definitely Brian did not start them. So we are getting ready now for the cadet class. And we have an interview coming with our own CKNA Ashley.
Ronnie Clyes is your provisional 2024 Senior Heavy Spring Nationals champion. You were sitting in second place for a little bit. What was your strategy there before making the pass for the lead?
So I was trying to find a good line to drive that was still dry. I was trying to push Owen away from Colin. It didn't really work too great. And they waved the 2 to go, and I passed Owen, and I think they waved 2 to go 2 times. So I ended up passing him. They got by, and I passed Colin, hit the curb a little bit. We made contact, and then towards the end, on 2 to go, I passed Owen, and then 2 started passing back and forth, and I ended up getting the win.
Is there anybody you want to thank for your success this weekend?
I would like to thank Kalen Brown. He's been helping with the gear and tires and everything. My dad too. Coyote, GT Machines, and Jesus Christ.
Well, awesome. Congratulations on your win. All right, we'll send it back to Tony and Dave in the booth.
You did take the green. We are under racing conditions right now. We are green.
And it was Logan McCluskey that was, I believe, sitting on the pole with Parker Stewart, outside pole. So we'll see how they come around. Here they come.
And it looks like, yeah, just like you said, McCluskey and Parker Stewart, 1-2.
McCluskey,
a little bit of a gap till third, yep.
This is the cadet class here at the CKNA Spring. Oh, there goes a pass.
Yeah,
already.
Parker Stewart, and he takes a spot. Parker Stewart, your new leader.
Stewart flies by down the straightaway here and gets to that turn 1 on the inside and is able to pass McCluskey. So McCluskey goes into second. They look like they want to pull away from the number 10 of Hayden Lawson, who runs in third, Ryder Thompson in fourth, Kristen Diamidis in fifth, Liam 4 in sixth, Camden Clay in seventh, Austin Taylor in eighth, Ryan Rowlands in ninth, and Elam Stoner. Elam. Yep. Stoner running in 10th. So I don't know. They show Parker Stewart 19 positions. Moving up? Nah.
I'm not sure what's going on there. He did turn purple, but not that fast.
Yeah, not that fast.
He's up 20 now. That might be accurate.
I don't know what that's based on. But Parker Stewart right now turns purple, and he is your leader with Logan McCluskey in the number 2 in second. There they are, right? That's the 2. Red, white, and blue is Parker Stewart. All blue is McCluskey.
And Parker Stewart is a runner, a leg runner, road runner, whatever.
Okay. And we're getting a pass there.
So McCluskey has Parker Stewart in the sights. Parker Stewart's your leader, number 22, followed by McCluskey, number 2 in second place. And then we got a pretty big gap till we get back to third place, Hayden Lawson.
That's what I was saying. Where's third place driver?
And here it looks like McCluskey's going to battle Stewart again. Maybe not. Yeah, there we go. There's third, fourth, fifth, etc.
Right, so the battle is for third and for first right now. The number 10 of Hayden Lawson holding on to that third place, but he's got the 904 of Ryder Thompson right there and the 31 of Kristen Diamidis in fifth. Camden Clay in sixth and Liam 4 in seventh. But the battle is for first. Of course, Parker Stewart trying to hold off the number 2 of McCluskey.
And I think McCluskey just took it, Tony.
Yep,
he is. McCluskey's leading.
I said there's a battle for first, and right now McCluskey takes over the lead. Hayden Lawson, can he hold on to third as Ryder Thompson starts to pressure him? So now it looks like the number 2 wants to pull away, right?
Yeah.
But here comes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Parker's staying right there.
Of Parker Stewart.
I'm sure Parker's dad, Doug, from South Carolina, is over here in the sideline somewhere just yelling, "Go, Parker, go!"
So Parker staying right with him, and they have pulled away from the rest of the pack.
Yeah.
So that's why I say the battle's for first, and look at the battle for third. That's where the action is, with Ryder Thompson now getting by the number 10 of Hayden Lawson. So Ryder Thompson takes over that third spot. Hayden Lawson in fourth, Kristen Diamidis in fifth, Camden Clay in sixth, Liam 4 in seventh, Austin Taylor in eighth, Ryan Rowlands in ninth, Jackson Brewster into the top 10. Brewster making up about 3 positions to move into that top 10. The battle continues up front with McCluskey and Stewart, but right now McCluskey holding on to that lead. Stewart is good coming down here past the stripe. He seems to build up some good speed, but not enough yet to get the number 2 of Logan McCluskey. Let's see what's going on in third place. There we go. Those are your 2 leaders on the screen.
Yes, McCluskey leading, Stewart second. Is Stewart?
Did Stewart
battle?
I think he made the pass again, did he? Yep. Isn't it?
No, 22 is, Parker Stewart. Parker Stewart is leading.
Oh, black flag is out for a slower car. Not anybody doing anything
Doesn't
wrong.
affect the leaders.
Does not affect the leaders.
So, Parker Stewart is your leader. Number 22, Parker Stewart, with the red, white, and blue nose. And
so he came back.
So, he came back. Go. He led for a while. He fell back a second. Now he's up front again. He's on a Coyote, obviously, it says
There's
there.
the battle for third with the number 904 of Ryder Thompson and the 31 of Kristen Diamidis and the number 10. Hayden Lawson now drops back to fifth as Kristen Diamidis moves up into that fourth spot. Hayden Lawson back in fifth. Camden Clay in sixth. He's in the number 9. The number 4 of Liam Four in seventh. And the number 24 of Austin Taylor in eighth. And here comes, that's where the race is on the track, I believe. The cameraman picked that up. You see Camden Clay in the number 9, the number 10 of Hayden Lawson.
Liam Four in the number 4 of the green Tony Kart.
And the 31 of Kristen Diamidis, the number 904 of Ryan Thompson, I believe he's leading that group. He's in third place. The number 904, Ryder Thompson, is in third place. But that's where the race is on the track, besides the race for the lead between Stewart and McCluskey. But a lot of carts here could change positions right now with the number 904 of Ryder Thompson holding off and holding that third place, but he's being hard pressed by Hayden Lawson. Now has moved back up into that fourth spot. Camden Clay drops back to fifth, Liam Four in sixth, Austin Taylor in the 24 in seventh. And you see the 22. Black flag is out for
another lapper, I'm thinking,
right.
Yeah.
The 22 of Parker Stewart, I believe, still.
Is he pulling away, Tony? I mean, he's definitely got a pretty good big gap, but is he driving faster or?
Well, it could be that McCluskey is slowing down a little.
One or the other, yeah. But there's a big gap between them now from first and second. And then obviously second to third is a huge gap.
Yeah, McCluskey has slowed down. He's definitely turning a slower time than Stewart. So where before they were kind of running pretty even because they were staying on each other's bumper. So I'm not sure if something's happening to McCluskey's kart. Oh, what happened there? We got a change for that third place. And I believe so. All right.
That's, Hayden Lawson, I think, is in third.
No, it's the 904 of Ryder Thompson. The number 10 of Hayden Lawson's in fourth. The number 9 of Camden Clay in fifth. And the number 4 of Liam Four is in sixth. The number 24 of Austin Taylor in seventh. So a lot of good racing going on back there. See that? Hard to pick up the numbers sometimes, but you see the number 9 of Camden Clay right behind the number 904 of Ryder Thompson. And you see the number 4 of Liam Four right there. So they're running tight in third. And Hayden Lawson does get that third spot. So now Hayden Lawson has kind of locked in on that third spot. He's kart number 10. That's where the race continues. Kart number 10, Hayden Lawson in third. The number 904 of Ryder Thompson in fourth. Camden Clay in fifth. He's in the number 9 and the number 4 of Liam Four in sixth.
And I think Camden Clay is getting a little bit itchy here. He's looking about to get ready to pass. And he's
Camden Clay in the number 9, starting to pressure the 904 of Ryder Thompson. But leading that pack is the number 10 of Hayden Lawson.
And I believe that's Gary Lawson's son, right? The engine builder?
Yes.
That's Gary Lawson's son. Okay.
So Gary Lawson, of course, a four-cycle champion. He was also won a lot of two-cycle races, but definitely a four-cycle champion, an engine builder as well. Worked for Comet Kart Sales for many years. Now has his own Lawson Speed Shop, I believe.
Yep.
And, of course, he's got his son out there, Hayden Lawson, and teaching him the ropes. And I guarantee you're going to hear a lot more about him in the coming years.
And you see a lot of engines with Lawson Speed Shop on the side.
Man,
so,
he's
Gary's
got a lot out there. Yeah. So Lawson, always a pretty big four-cycle guy.
Yeah.
For the last, I'm going to say 20 years.
I saw him put on an absolute clinic at the Grands Cup a number of years ago.
Oh, remember that one?
Yeah. Oh.
And he is somebody to contend with when he's out there racing, and I'm sure he has that same hopes for number 10, Hayden Lawson. So Hayden holding off Camden Clay in the number 9, the number 904 of Ryder Thompson in fifth, the number 4 of Liam Four in sixth, the 24 of Austin Taylor in seventh, the 31 of Kristen Diamidis in eighth, the number 94 of Michael Patrick in ninth, and the number 463 of Jackson Brewster in the top 10. Ruben Greer runs in 11th, Anthony Ciofani in 12th. Riggins Barnacle up to 13th, and Ryan Rowlands in 14th. Parker Stewart.
Looks like we lost the number 90, Ranger Lake is off the track, so he's retired early.
Parker Stewart out in front. And let's pick that up. Parker Stewart's in the 222 with the number 2 of Logan McCluskey. But the battle continues back here for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. That's where they're running tight. See the number 4.
Liam 4. Yeah, number 4.
Yeah, so a lot going on back there, and that's why the camera guys are watching that one.
Sure.
We'll see what's happening up front. There's the battle for 3rd, right? Number 10, holding on to that 3rd place, Hayden Lawson. But he is being hard pressed by the number 9 now of Camden Clay. And also the number 904 of Ryder Thompson. So great race going on there for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. But it's the battle for 3rd, really. And Hayden Lawson trying to hold them all off. He had to come back up through the pack. He dropped back there for a while, Hayden Lawson. And here he comes across the stripe. And he's doing a good job of holding them off.
Number 9, Camden Clay, currently out of Florida. Family used to live in Illinois. They manage Concept Hauler Speedway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and now they're managing, I think, an indoor racetrack in Florida. Camden, I've seen him grow up at racetracks. I've seen him since he was a little nothing.
So your leader continues to be the 22 of Parker Stewart.
There he is. There's Parker Stewart. There's our leader.
Parker Stewart.
And he looks pretty strong. Yeah, we're going to get 2 sticks up. Yep, 2 sticks up this time by.
No challenge by the number 2 of Logan McCluskey, who runs in 2nd. The battle is for 3rd with the number 10 of Hayden Lawson leading that group. And here we go. The camera guys got that in good view. So you can see the number 10 trying to hold off the number 9 of Camden Clay, the number 904 of Ryder Thompson, the number 24 of Austin Taylor, and the 4 of Liam 4.
And that Camden Clay is just itching to get up to 3rd place. He's just itching.
Well, yeah, that's a real battle there. And Hayden is doing a good job of holding them off, trying to stay on. I'm going to say the top 3 go to the podium, but it might be the top 5 since we got so many entries. But definitely you're in the top 3. You know you got a podium finish. So Hayden Lawson doing an excellent job of holding off.
Oh, and there goes Camden Clay up to 3rd. Yeah, number 9, Camden Clay.
And the white flag is out. So now you only got a lap left. Hayden Lawson, if he's going to make his move, he's going to have to make it now. Your leader continues to be Parker Stewart. No problem for him. Logan McCluskey in the number 2. No problem for him in 2nd. The battle now is for 3rd.
Yeah, but look at Lawson's back. Oh, no, it's Clay again.
It's back with number 9, Camden Clay, taking over that 3rd spot.
And somebody just took over 4th.
That might be 904, Ryder Thompson. Let's see.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, number 10 has dropped back, and that's Hayden Lawson. Pick that up. Here it is. And he looks like he's looking to move into 3rd.
904, you're right.
Yeah, I was right. It was 904. That's Ryder Thompson. So a big change on the white flag lap. Hayden Lawson gives up the 3rd spot.
Here comes the checkered in the black. Sorry, Tony.
Yeah, Camden Clay, but Ryder Thompson now moves up into that position. Parker Stewart, of course, wins this one easily. Logan McCluskey finishes up in 2nd. Here comes the battle for 3rd. Let's see what happens here. The battle for 3rd, and it's going to be
Camden Clay.
Camden Clay.
Yes, followed by Liam 4.
And Liam 4 gets into 4th place.
Where did Liam come from?
Wow. Hayden Lawson has to settle for a top 5. Still a great run. Austin Taylor was right there. He gets 6. Ryder Thompson was involved in the mix. He gets 7. Kristen Diomedes also involved in that mix. Cart number 31, he gets 8. Michael Patrick gets 9th. Jason Brewster gets 10th. Those are your top 10 drivers. But what a drive by Lawson for Camden Clay. Oh, man, that was a good run, but it ends up Camden Clay.
No, just be aware, though, this is unofficial. The black flag is being displayed, so it's under review.
But what a run by Camden Clay right on that white flag lap leading to the checkered. He takes that 3rd place, and Liam 4.
Oh, how about Liam 4? Yes.
Squeezes in there, and Hayden Lawson, Hayden Lawson's driving a good, clean race.
I mean, he deserved better.
Right. But Hayden Lawson did a good job of holding off that 3rd place for many laps, but ending up still in the top 5.
I think, I'm not positive, but I think we're going to go with 5 on the podium for Nationals. I think we go with 5. Yeah, I just got confirmation. So, Hayden Lawson, you did just make the podium. Yeah. I know it's not the 3rd that you were running for a while, but it's still pretty impressive. Yeah, national events, we
go more. That's why I thought 5, it was.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any winner from last year. Cade, I believe it was Cade Wolf, who won the Spring Nationals last year. 2nd was Luke Giglio.
Oh,
and Daniel Dragunov was
Daniel Daniel, I know, is here racing
yeah,
this
he's
weekend.
here, but we again no. Well, that's cadet, right? That was cadet class.
Yeah, we just finished cadet.
So these cadets could move up, and that's why they're not adult. They didn't win it 2 years in a row. They might have got past the age of 10 and they moved up.
Sure.
So
once again, huge thank you to our presenting sponsor, Odenthal Racing Products. Really, really, really appreciate you guys. And Todd Barron and his brother, the Barron Racing team, for bringing Kart Chaser on board. They were instrumental in helping us bring Kart Chaser on board. So, Dr. Todd, my hat's off to you, man. I consider you a friend and a very important person at the racetrack. So, thank you, sir.
and good luck with Mach 1.
Yeah, good luck with Mach 1, absolutely. I know I'm not going to get a chance to talk to you at all this weekend. We're just so busy. But if I did, I'd love to ask you what you think of that and what the idea was. And are you going to be the importer? I shouldn't start spreading rumors. I didn't say anything. I don't know anything. I didn't say anything. But, I mean, it would only make sense, in my opinion. But that's strictly my opinion.
But interesting that Dr. Barron, at this stage of his career, starts switching chassis.
Well, that is very interesting. Maybe that's what amazes me. I mean, he's almost the same age as me, and I think I'm old. So, and I'm not saying you're old, Doc. Believe me. You're the picture of health.
We're not saying you're old.
But, dude, I mean, oh my God, for you to change to a whole different chassis, and of course, I know you've got that fantastic tuner working with you there, but wow, Doc, you're not afraid to bite off a big bite of anything, are you?
And what I guess it says about him is that he's always looking to get better.
Yeah, and he really is.
And being competitive. He's definitely competitive. And that's what this is the Spring Nationals. This is CKNA Championship Racing, and the best of the best are here in North America. So you got to be at the top of your game. And if you're looking for any edge, sometimes you got to take that leap of going with something that you know nothing about or nobody knows nothing about and saying this could be the secret.
But he already was, Tony. He already was very, very good.
Listen, this guy was,
I'm a little bit
winning
confused.
races wherever he went. He was always in the top 3 battling for position.
Oh, yeah. I mean, every time we race, Doc is going to put on a good battle with somebody, because he enters enough classes.
And anybody I talk to, like in the Legends class or whatever, they will mention him and say,
always.
As long as I can get by him, or I had some problems with him. But he is definitely a top racer, and now to go out on a limb like this, to go with something to me is unproven. Okay, he's the guy to put the research and development into this for 4-cycle. Cycle. It might be well proven in other 2-cycle racing or overseas or whatever. I think I heard from him it came from Germany. So.
Yep. I think I heard the same thing, and I don't know anything about it. I don't know if anybody else is racing it anywhere, if it's been around a while.
I mean, have we even seen any German karts?
Well, that's a good point. I can't think.
I never heard of it.
I don't think there is any.
I'm not saying there's not, but I'm sure Germany has their manufacturers. But, we've been big on Italy.
Of course, Italian. 2-stroke Italian is huge,
Yeah, I mean, it's...
France, Yep.
And
of course, all of our Americans. We got our MGMs and our Toyotas.
Well, here, I mean, I've always said, the Americans should be good.
So we're going to take a real quick, we're going to cut over to interview with Ashley. She's going to interview the winner, I'm assuming. So we'll be back shortly.
Parker Stewart is your 2024 Provisional Cadet Spring Nationals champion. Parker, you had an amazing lead going on in front of the pack. How did the race feel for you?
It felt pretty good. Logan was hanging on for a while, but I started to pull away towards the end.
Anybody you want to thank?
I would like to thank my dad, Noah Stark, and all of BJR and MDR.
Well, congratulations, bud, and you're a Spring Nationals champion.
Thank you.
Sending it back to Dave and Tony in the booth.
And by the way, Parker, there you see he's wearing Precision Performance karting suit. I know he's part of the John Seglim's stable, and I'm telling you, anybody under John Seglim's stable is a winner. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it works.
He built a strong team there. You can't deny it. And right down from the cadets on up, I guess, right? He's got a good team there working. And that's good because that is an American chassis, which is we were talking about, So, love to see the American chassis. Running very good besides all the foreign chassis. But yep, that's a good deal.
Yeah, I guess we're kind of homies, Tony, you and I. But I agree. I'd prefer to see American chassis win, and nothing against everybody else in their chassis. But yeah,
you know, like I said many times, we invented karting. We were the inventors of karting, but the Europeans took it to the next level.
Yeah.
And then we had to follow them. I mean, we stayed with the engine behind us for years before we got smart enough to put it alongside of us. And it was Europe that did it right, pretty quick after karting was developed. And, just we have been behind, but it doesn't get the support. Karting doesn't get the support that it does in Europe. It really is a big thing over there. And a lot of your drivers now coming out of karting go into Formula One or other forms of racing. So
I'm starting to notice more Europeans watching what's going on in American karting, though, watching results, watching races, and they're watching. I'm sure they're watching us right now.
I think we're showing that we definitely have gotten up to that level. And, and a lot of times we're running their cars, so they are definitely interested.
I know we did a race up I think we were in Toronto last year, and we had somebody coming from the UK, of course, and they wanted to see what recreation looks like in Canada. And she literally came to the race and watched, so of course I had to take the opportunity to interview her.
Oh, good.
And, got to talk a little bit and whatever.
English,
but yeah.
in English.
Well, yeah, she's from the UK, so yeah, she spoke English anyway. But yeah. So we're all watching Ryan here, and Ryan is getting ready to let him off. This is the Legends class. Legends feature, 16 laps long. And they look like they're going plenty slow to me, but who am I?
Let's see. Yep.
And we are green, green, green. Go, go, go. Hammer down, boys and girls. Let her rip, Tater Chip.
So Todd Bolton and Big Matero were leading the pack up there, and Bolton's been quick this weekend, and quickly the 22 of Todd Bolton pulls away. Don't count Big Matero out, though. He's just got to get situated.
Oh. Thank you, dear.
And right now, Todd Bolton. But now Big Matero closes the gap on him. And we also got coming up, I believe, that's Tim Hannon in the 0.
Tim Hannon, yeah.
At Oakland Valley Raceway. And he's up there in 3rd. Don't count him out.
He's not officially a promoter of the Northeast Series or the E Series, you call it now, but he's an unofficial promoter, in my opinion, because he's so instrumental. He works with you, Tony.
Yep.
Tony, sitting next to me, is the promoter. Yeah, and Tim Hannon is kind of his right-hand man. So
yeah, Tim supplies all the workers and stuff. So
Tim is cool.
Been a big help. So Tim in 3rd, and number 05, Don Newman in 4th. And here we go. 11, Todd Barron.
Dr. Todd.
Dr. Todd. Now, Dr. Todd won this race last year. So he's
on a different chassis, though.
On a different chassis, but he did win this race last year. And right now, I'd say being in 5th, you're in contention.
Oh, absolutely.
Doug Cook in 6th, Eli Yanko in 7th, Brandon Estes in 8th, Tim Steeple in the top 10, running at 9th, James Insco in the top 10. He up 6 positions to get into that. And that 11th place driver, Tyson Swan, he's one of the vintage guys that drives these old Briggs and Strattons and vintage chassis. And I always said they should come to this Legends class and get a little more, you don't have to worry about your equipment that you can't replace it.
Yeah, this Tyson Swan, he's proving it. He was up 2 spots. He just lost one.
Yeah, Tyson Swan is like I said, vintage kart racer. But we have the Legends class, and, race it, and you don't have to worry about it. You can find the parts, for your equipment. But anyway, Tim Hannon has taken the lead. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Tim Hannon in 3rd. Yeah. Todd Bolton holding the lead with Phil Pigmatero in 2nd. And we'll have to pick that up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The top 6 are running tight. That's Bolton, Pigmatero, Hannon, Newman in the 05, Todd Barron in the 11.
So here they come up the hill, and it's going to be 13 laps to go for your leader, Todd Bolton from Illinois.
And I see the 16 of Doug Cook challenging the number 11 of Todd Barron. So he could be in trouble. And you got Eli Yanko right there in 7th in the number 470.
It says he hasn't moved up or down. I'm a little bit surprised because Eli's always on the move one way or the other.
One way or the other. The top 3 now look like they want to pull away a little bit. That's Bolton, Pigmatero, and Hannon.
I'm predicting Hannon's going to do something pretty soon.
Well, Hannon is definitely a seasoned driver,
Yes.
and he knows when the right time is to make the move. But Pigmetero's definitely a champion many times over and racing for many, many years. And that's why this is called the Legends class. But, you have to be 50 years and older to be in this class. So you could know the amount of experience out there, Dave, that's out there. So, Pigmetero's not somebody that you count out. He is in second. He's going to stay right with the 22 of Todd Bolton, the 105 of Phil Pigmetero in second. The 0 of Tim Hannon. Does he have the cheeseburger helmet on?
He has to, right? I haven't noticed, but he has to, yeah. And actually, if you get a look at that, Tony's not kidding. His helmet looks exactly like a cheeseburger. I mean, it's painted like that, and it's kind of fun.
And I see Barron now has moved up. And Barron, gets into it with Hannon. And Hannon has to lose a couple positions. Hannon might not have appreciated that one. Not sure what happened there, but they got into it a little bit, and that cost Hannon a couple positions. So we'll pick it up again. Here they come across the stripe. Bolton, Pigmetero, and Barron now in second. Newman in fourth. Newman in fourth, and Tim Hannon has to drop back to fifth. Doug Cook in sixth, and Jim Insco in seventh. So Bolton continues to hold the lead, Pigmetero, but now you got a new third-place driver, the number 11 of Todd Barron. And Barron might have forced his way up there a little bit. And the top three look like they want to pull away from your fourth-place driver, which would be Tim Hannon. Not sure if Tim Hannon experienced any damage on that. He is still on the track, but it could have messed up something. It could have messed up an alignment or something. They did kind of bounce around a little bit there.
So your leader, Todd Bolton, I just got a text from, I'm assuming his wife, Jessica. You haven't met her, but it says he's won lots of events in Midwest Street as well as a couple of competing organizations against us. Background 2000, 2001. He's big at Rock Island and Quincy Grand Prix. Okay. He's been racing for 35 years.
Yeah,
Todd
that's what
Bolton.
I'm saying. A lot of experience here. And you see Tim Bolton out in front. You know he's got a lot of experience. And street racing is really tough. And he we're getting the news that he's a big, he's won a lot of those races. The Rock Island Grand Prix.
I haven't missed Rock Island Grand Prix for 23 years, and I have no intention.
That's a tough race to win.
And I'm working Quincy.
So Quincy's another one. So he's doing a great job. I mean, he's somebody that it's going to be hard to beat. Phil Pigmetero trying to get. Bolton holding on, but Phil gets now in front of at least Todd Barron. Barron was trying to pass Phil. And you see Doug Cook now, Don Newman right on the back bumper.
So Todd Bolton's still leading. He's pretty much wired this so far.
Phil Pigmetero took the lead.
Pigmetero took the lead. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. You're right. No, he's
Todd
still,
Bolton, yeah.
Todd Bolton.
That 22 purple and yellow.
Phil fighting it out with number 11.
There's Pigmetero, second, 105, yeah. And 11 would be Dr. Todd.
And then you have Don Newman, I believe, in fourth. And
Yep, there's the purple and yellow. And that reminds me of Mardi Gras. I don't know if that's the intention.
And fifth, you got Doug Cook, and Tim Hannon has dropped back to sixth. And
Tim Hannon, I wonder if anything happened when he was tangling with Dr. Todd.
I said maybe he, something threw off his front end or something, and he's having a tough time getting around because now James Insco in the number 117 is starting to give Tim a battle, and there could be a battle for that sixth place. Doug Cook in fifth, Don Newman in fourth, Todd Barron in third, Phil Pigmetero in second. Todd Bolton continues to be your leader. And he's got a lot of karting. So do all of these drivers. These are the legends. So you see, there goes Dr. Todd.
There he goes.
And he got by Phil Pigmetero. No problem. Clean pass there. So don't count Phil out yet, but that gives Bolton a shot to pull away a little bit. And can Dr. Barron catch him? And you saw over the weekend how Barron, was working with this new go-kart.
And got better and better, yes.
Getting better and better. Yes. His tuner is excellent. I got to give his tuner credit.
Jeff Hudlett.
Jeff has figured it out and now has set that kart up that Barron is back to moving the way he used to be.
Look at Bolton, though. He's just. So far, he's invincible. And I love the colors of that cart. You can pick it out, real easily. But here comes the doctor, getting closer and closer.
And they're pulling away from Phil Pigmatero, who runs in third. So Doc Barron, and like I said, his tuners got that cart working now. And they might be able to give Todd Bolton a tough run for the finish here. And you see Phil
third and fourth are catching. Yeah,
close it up again. Well, Bolton may be starting to get a little more defensive on his driving, which is going to slow him down. He's not going around the fastest that he could. He doesn't want to leave any holes open.
He wants to get real wide.
Right,
yeah.
He doesn't want to leave any holes open for Barron to get in there. So that'll cause them to bunch up again. And that's what they're doing. So now Dr. Barron's just looking for the right chance to see where he can get by Bolton. And he's making
there it is. He's
almost.
He changed his mind.
Yep, changed. Well, he could have lost the position to Pigmatero there because Pigmatero was right there waiting for him. He bounced off that curb a little bit, but not enough for Pigmatero to snake in there. And you see Bolton now. Bolton is really driving defensive at this point. But there's still a lot of laps to go here. This is a 16-lap feature. So we'll see what happens. You see Dr. Todd is not always applying the pressure here, not stopping. And like I said,
and it looks like he's trying to make a move. He's side by side. And Dr. Todd, your new leader, Dr. Todd Barron, is up front.
Now remember, Todd Barron won this race last year at the SpringNationals, and he's trying to make it 2 in a row.
And Bolton is saying, maybe not yet, Doc.
Yeah, no, Bolton might realize that, all right, that's okay. I still got a lot of laps left, and I'm going to wait to the end before I make that move so you can't pull that move on me again.
Yeah. It was 5 to go last time by. So
right, right. So there's still 5 laps. That's a lot of time.
There's a yellow out for something. I don't know. Somebody's probably off in turn one.
There.
Oh, there, okay.
Pigmatero still holds on to third. Newman in fourth. Doug Cook in fifth. James Insko in sixth. Hannon now dropping back to seventh. So he definitely sustained some damage, I think, that's causing him to slow down. A tough break for Tim Hannon out of Hannon Motorsports, Oakland Valley Raceway, dropping back to seventh. Let's see if he can hold on to seventh. Because he'll have J.D. Gunn coming up in eighth.
Good.
Tim Stiefel right there in ninth, and Brandon Estes in 10th. So you got some good drivers coming up, and Hannon could be in trouble in that 7th place position.
So once again, your leader, number 11, Dr. Todd Barron, on a brand new chassis, a Mach 1 chassis. Todd Bolton right behind him. Todd Bolton led a huge part of this race, and he's in 2nd place, and it doesn't appear like he's made an attempt to pass yet. He's waiting, like you say, Tony, until a more opportune time. Then we got Phil Pigmatero and who's in 4th place? Don Newman. Then Doug Cook and James Insko. So absolutely any one of these could win this race.
Tim Hannon looks like he's coming back a little.
Is he good?
He might have made up. Let's see, Doug Cook, James Insko, and Tim Hannon. I thought I saw his colors.
But yeah, it's Dr. Todd Barron, currently out of North Carolina, up front. He lived in my state of Minnesota for a long time when he was at the Mayo. And now he's at, I think, University of North Carolina. He's what they call a teaching doctor. He teaches other doctors how to do stuff.
They're getting 2 laps remaining right now, I believe. Yep, 2 to go. Let's see if Todd Bolton. We got the 2 Todds.
Yeah.
Let's see if Bolton.
Todd B and Todd B.
Let's see if Bolton can make a move on this one. Pigmatero's, I can tell him hunkering up on.
Oh, yeah. He's getting itchy.
He's thinking about something here. He's not sure yet what he wants to do, but he's going to think about something. He wants to get up there, and he wants to win this one. He won one of the heat races, I believe, so Pigmatero definitely has the ability to win it. And Bolton went a little wide there, and I thought Pigmatero might have jumped in, but he did not. But it looks like Bolton's trying to push Barron, which is the right thing to do to get them. When there goes Bolton,
here comes
on
Bolton,
the outside, but no, he has to tuck back in. And now Pigmatero lost the spot to, I believe, Don Newman. So Pigmatero drops back to 4th, and in 5th, it's Doug Cook. James Insko runs in 6th. Hannon runs in 7th. J.D. Gunn up into 8th. Tim Stiefel in 9th. So we got a good run here coming down.
Dr. Todd looking over his right shoulder. There's nobody there. He's on your left, Todd.
Todd has got to, Barron's got to protect this lead.
There
goes
here comes Bolton.
Side by side. but Barron again and Bolton makes the switch back, but can't do it as Barron takes the lead again. Bolton right there. In third place is Don Newman, I believe. And now Pigmatero got back up into third. So Pigmatero back in third.
And that's the unofficial win.
Right,
Black flag is flowing, but it's on.
Look it up. So Dr. Barron wins it. He was your winner last year. Remember, Ryan Cassidy was here last year, finished up at second, and Don Newman finished third. So let's see how they turn out. Barron makes it 2 years in a row with a Spring National. Todd Bolton, great guy, great racing, finishes up in second. Phil Pigmatero gets third. Don Newman, who was your third place finisher last year in the Spring Nationals, gets fourth. Doug Cook gets fifth. James Insko in sixth. Tim Hannon in seventh. J.D. Gunn up into eighth place. Tim Stiefel gets ninth. And Brandon Estes in the top 10 finishes 10th. And look at Tyson Swan, one of your vintage drivers, finishing up in 11th. Ruggiero Di Francisco in 12th.
So I'm still getting texts from all over the all over.
Here at MPG Motorsports, our main goal is to provide the best pathway to professional motorsports for our entire team, drivers and mechanics alike. We're based out of Whiteland Raceway Park in Indiana. For more information, contact us at chase@mpg-motorsports.com.
Okay, we're back with Kart Chaser, Cup Karts North America, CKNA Spring Nationals at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is going to be the senior light class coming out. In no particular order, we've got Owen Lloyd, Henry Wheeler, Connor Zillich, Hudson Brown, James Overbeck, Colin Warren, Nicky Palladino, Paulie Massimino, Ronnie Kleiss, Kelvin Zing, Jacob Duvall, and we are yellow. No start, no start, no start. It looks like we have about 50 entries. We have exactly 50 entries. I shouldn't say about. Of course, that 119 Owen Lloyd having a pretty good weekend. Come on.
He's been strong all weekend long. Keep an eye on him.
Waycross, Georgia, South Georgia. His home track is, what did he just tell me? I just talked to Mom this morning. Is it Bushnell? No, it's, what's the old track house? They call it track house. I think that's his home track.
That track house is here.
Florida.
No, track house is here
North Carolina.
Mooresville.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then.
Track house is in Mooresville. I mean, I thought I heard that maybe it was his home track. If he lives that close to Florida, it might be Jacksonville because that's.
Oh, that's what you're absolutely right. That's what Mom said.
That's North Florida.
Christine,
so,
yeah.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. She said Jacksonville.
It would be Jacksonville.
I was thinking it would be Bushnell, but you're right.
Jacksonville's closer to the border of Georgia.
So they're coming up the hill again. Let's see if we can get a start. And we are yellow. No start, no start, no start.
No, they look pretty rowdy coming down
here.
And Ryan's not going to go for it. This is a big class, highly competitive. Last year, your winner in Spring Nationals was Colin Warren.
Okay. With
Dylan Amundsen finishing second, and Nicky Palladino.
There we go.
Getting third.
Henry Wheeler is starting on the outside. Number 71, Connor Zillich is in this. We did an interview with Connor Zillich, and Connor, once again, if you didn't hear earlier, fresh off a win, he just won the Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona in the LMP2 class. So Connor came and did an interview with us and talked to us for a while, and I really appreciate Connor doing that.
Yep.
Hudson Brown is out here, 021. Have you ever heard of him, Tony?
I've heard of him.
Tony's grandson.
He's on a new gold cart with, of course, snap your neck power. Yep. So Hudson Brown trying to, just like Doc Barron, they got to get those, they got to figure it out. It's a whole new chassis. And I think Chris has been doing a good job with that. His tuner, of course, his stepdad, Chris Cirillo.
Which is your son.
Let's see.
I see a Cincinnati Kids out racing today. And we're green, green, green. Go, go, go. Hammer down, boys and girls. Oh, and we, about midfield, we got a bunch of them come together, and they're blocking the track. And this could have been bad. I don't think it is too bad, but it could have been.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them out there. But the lead was tight. And it looks like Owen Lloyd.
It looks like that red cart. We're getting real used to that being up front. Yeah.
He pulled it out. I tell you, it wasn't easy because I saw them dicing there for a while. Henry Wheeler. And
Wheeler gets out front. Oh, second, third place come out together. I'm not sure what was
that.
Going
Was Hudson Brown, and I can't. Who was the other? Was that Wheeler?
Yeah, Henry Wheeler. Yeah.
So Wheeler was out front. What a tough break for those two drivers. I did not see it either. I just saw them in the tires, which tough break for Hudson Brown and Henry Wheeler. That gives Owen Lloyd a break. Colin Warren in second. James Overbeck in third. Nicky Palladino in fourth. Connor Zillich in fifth. So keep an eye on Connor. Paulie Massimino in sixth. Brandon Jarsacrack in seventh. Ronnie Kleiss in eighth. Listen to these drivers.
Wow.
Eli Fox in ninth. And Gianluca...
I usually go with Gianluca Savalio.
Gianluca Savalio.
I have no idea if I'm right.
In 10th, and that's definitely how you say it.
I'm pretty sure that's one of them Quebec people, and I love them and I appreciate them, but I just can't pronounce their names.
So looks like the top three of Lloyd, Warren, and Overbeck. Looking like they want to pull away from the pack, and we'll see if they can do that. In fourth place, it's Nicky Palladino, Connor Zillich, Paulie Massimino, Brandon Jarsacrack. Those guys are Ronnie Kleiss. They're all running tight. So if they start moving up, it could be like an 8-way battle for the lead. But right now, the 119 of Owen Lloyd's got his work cut out for him with the 7-11 of Colin Warren right there in second. And we know Colin is a very calculated driver, so he is somebody to contend with. And in third, it's James Overbeck. So you're talking top 3 drivers. Tough break for Wheeler and Brown, who were definitely up there and would have been in contention here. Not sure what happened, but both of them are out of the race.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Your leader, once again, Waycross, Georgia. South Georgia's Owen Lloyd. And he's got a monster behind him, the Colin Warren.
Oh.
I'll bet you these two have raced against each other before.
Oh, yeah. James Overbeck right there in third. Nicky Palladino in fourth. Kevin Zing now up to fifth. Good run by the number 666. This guy, Kelvin Zing, has been, I don't know, you know him?
I don't know much about him at all.
But he's definitely a wheelman. He's up to fifth. Paulie Massimino in sixth. Brandon Josicrack in seventh. And look at Connor Zilic back in eighth. He dropped back to eighth place. Ronnie Cleese in ninth and Eli Fox in the top 10. Wow, what a lineup we got going back there.
So I would watch that third place start.
There he is, that 666.
Yep, there's Zing.
Kelvin Zing.
Yeah.
Man, Kelvin Zing came out of nowhere, and now he's leading that pack for in fifth place, trying to catch up to the 78 of Nicky Palladino. Your leader is the 119 of Owen Lloyd, the 7-11 of Colin Warren in second, the 48 of James Overbeck in third, in fourth, Nicky Palladino. Top 4 there, right, running tight. And now you pick up in fifth, it's Paulie Massimino in the 40 with the 138 of Brandon Josicrack. And now they've dropped Zing, 666, Kelvin Zing, back to seventh. Connor Zilic in eighth, Ronnie Cleese in ninth, and Dylan, 136 in 10th. Dylan Amundsen running in 10th. Man, you're talking about top names all the way back to 10th place.
So no change in them front 3 up there, but I expect things to happen.
4. You got Lloyd, Warren, Overbeck, and I believe that is Zing in 4th. No, we got 3, top 3.
Yeah.
I don't know who's in 4th right now.
And I know that back there, number 71, Zilic, I mean, he's got pedigree like you can't believe.
That's the guy leading the 4th place, which I believe is Brandon Josicrack.
Okay, that's
Josicrack
okay.
leading that 4th place, trying to catch up.
Another PPK.
To the lead, yeah, PPK. You got, and Paulie Massimino's out there.
So as you heard Zilic telling us earlier, he signed with some NASCAR team. You just can't say who yet.
Yeah, right.
And I totally get that. I expect him to go far beyond NASCAR. He seemed to like NASCAR.
He knows that it's
for personal reasons.
I guess in the United States, also, and he lives right here in NASCAR country.
Then, like you said, the money is there. You know, it might not be there with IndyCar or Formula One. Well, you got to pay your way at Formula One. So, but yeah, your leader still Waycross Georgia's own Owen Lloyd, number 119.
Colin Warren in second, Overbeck in third. Now Josicrack up in the fourth. So you got Overbeck, Josicrack, Nicky Palladino, Connor Zilic in sixth. So good run by Connor Zilic getting back up there. Kelvin Zing gets regulated back. Let's see where Zing, I don't even see him now. So Zing was up there, but something must have happened, and he is out.
Second place, Colin Warren seems to usually like to make his pass on the second to last lap. We'll see.
But I don't know what happened to Zing. Zing was up there in the battle there, but something must have happened to him, and he's out. I mean, maybe not off the track, but he's not in your top 10 anymore. So Connor Zilic now up to fifth, podium. And Brandon Josicrack in fourth, James Overbeck in third. Those are two teammates right there, Overbeck and Josicrack. So they can maybe start to work. Yeah, there's a driver into the tires.
138, I'm scrolling down trying to figure out who that is. We've got so many names to look at that I can't.
All right, Connor Zilic gets by Nicky Palladino and moves up into fourth. So now he's behind Overbeck. Not sure what happened. Wow. What happened to Josicrack? Josicrack, where is he?
Oh, no.
Something going on here.
Yeah, Josicrack appears to be out.
Yep. They're showing him right there.
Oh,
Jossicrat is off the track.
on turn 1, okay.
No, over here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not turn 1.
Nope, the other, right on the other side of the barriers. That's Jarsacrack right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another top driver out, and he was in contention. So you got Lloyd, Warren, Overbeck. Zilich now up to 4th. So don't count Connor out yet.
But 4th is way back from 3rd. I mean, a huge gap till we get
And then
back
you
there.
got Palladino in 5th, Massimino in 6th, Ronnie Cleese in 7th, Eli Fox in 8th, Dylan Amundsen in 9th, and
Gianluca
Salvaglio in the top 10.
Addison Iannello back there in 11th. They see
back
Addison.
in 11th. Brady Atwood, a hard runner, back in 12th.
Cameron Reed,
13th.
Christopher McKeith in 14th. What's going on, Chris? Sorry,
Emily
Jim.
DeMaster in 15th. So,
Emily from Oostburg, Wisconsin.
Yeah, so, man, what competition here, and the sun's coming out, and it's finally getting to the weather that was predicted.
Yes.
So here comes the top 3. Like you said, Dave, nobody near them. So the battle is between Lloyd, Warren, and Overbeck.
6 to go that time by.
So that anything could change. Now here comes the battle for 4th. Connor Zilich in 4th. I don't know if he could do any better than 4th place.
He's so far back.
Right, he's so far
gap
back.
between 3rd and 4th is
But
so massive.
he's got to worry about, can he still finish on the podium?
Yes.
Because you got Paulie Massimino in 5th. That's a podium finish.
Yep.
And Massimino's there, but Massimino's not going to settle for that 5th place.
No.
He might push Connor Zilich back to 5th. Nicky Palladino's going to want a podium finish. He's in 6th. Ronnie Cleese is in 7th. So you're talking about we're going to have a big race, I believe, for that 4th place position.
Yep.
That's where the action is. The action is also, of course, with the 3 leaders, Lloyd, Warren, and Overbeck.
That's going to heat up
And
fairly
here they
soon.
come.
Yeah, the
Here
1,
they
2, 3
come
battle.
by the start-finish line.
And they're still minding their P's and Q's.
Right, but they are bumper to bumper. You could drop a blanket on those 3 guys as they pass by. They were that close. And now you got Zilich, like I said, in 4th. Massimino's right there in 5th. Ronnie Cleese in 6th. Palladino in 7th. Eli Fox in 8th. Brady Atwood moves up into the top 10. He gets up into 9th. A good run by Brady Atwood. And
Gianluca
Salvaglio in the top 10. Sorry, Gianluca.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm saying it right.
No, I think you got it right. But what a run, what a race we have going on here in Senior Light. The top 3, definitely a battle for first. There's going to be a battle for that 4th place position. We'll pick it up again as they come by. Your top 3, here they go. Bumper to bumper. I mean, they are bumper to bumper.
They haven't moved out of line, out of position,
Well,
out of
because they got that draft going. They're bumper to bumper, pushing each other. That's why nobody's going to catch those top 3. But Massimino does get by Connor Zilich.
Yes.
I told you that. But Connor is still on the podium.
Yep.
I'd love to see this guy get a podium.
But he can't give up anymore.
But he can't give up anymore. But look who he's got behind him.
Ronnie Cleese,
Come on, that's going to be tough. I feel sorry for Zilich, but he's done a great job here today. Palladino right there. And Brady Atwood, he's a top local runner in our area, doing a great job. Up into 8th, Eli Fox. And then in 10th, we got what's his name?
Gianluca Salvaglio. And once again, Gianluca. So these front 3 aren't doing anything different.
They're not going to do
they're not even getting out of line. Right. They're nothing.
No, you know what a jet stream they're building up by staying like that. That's why they're so far out in front.
And it was 3 laps to go that time by the stripe.
Okay, so now you're going to start seeing maybe something.
I think Colin Warren usually makes a move around 2 to go.
2 to go, okay. So, but watch those top 3 because there's definitely going to be some dicing going on. You also watch that 4th place with the number 40 of Paulie Massimino, the 71 of Connor Zilich, the 7 of Ronnie Cleese, the 6 of Brady Atwood. There could be some action there trying to get on the podium. Here we come with the top 3. The camera's on the top 3 right now, and it's been Owen Lloyd for the whole race. But that means nothing when it comes down to the last 2 laps remaining.
2 to go right now.
2 to go. So keep an eye on Colin Warren. He might wait for that white flag lap. They are still bumper to bumper. You could drop a blanket on them. That's how close they are running, and they've been doing this, and that's why they got such a big lead over your 4th place, Paulie Massimino. Massimino has no chance of catching them unless they get into accidents. All right? But right now, the top 3, and you're going to see action. I definitely say you're going to see something happen when this white flag is waved. So there it goes.
Yeah, now we're starting. Oh, and look at the Cincinnati Kid comes up to 2nd.
Cincinnati Kid, the number 48 of Overbeck. He's not going to wait for that white flag to be waving, which he's going to get now this time around. and he pulls into second, and he's after Owen Lloyd. And there goes Colin Warren.
He's going to try to take them both at the same time.
And Lloyd has to settle, but Lloyd comes
takes a
back.
spot back. Yep.
Oh, and Colin Warren just waiting for them two to get into it, and he's going to go by. It is not over yet, folks. Lloyd is your leader. He's led this whole race, but right now he is not in a good position really to win this one. As Overbeck staying right with them as they come around the turns here. Here they go by the grid, I believe.
Half a lap to go.
Half a lap to go. Lloyd he's got it. Oh, and there it is.
There it is.
That's Overbeck caught that off the curb, and that's what he had to do to kind of slide in front of him. And now,
Lloyd, and here it comes.
And there goes Warren.
I knew he'd pass two at once.
And Warren gets out in front. Well-calculated driver. He's going to win it.
The hill, yes, he is.
But the black flag is out.
Yep, black and checkered. So this is unofficial.
Let's look at the fourth place here. And fourth place, I believe Connor Zillage got up into fourth and passed Paulie Massimino. So we had a good race for fourth.
Looks like unofficially it's showing Paulie Massimino over Zillage.
Yes. Oh, it does?
Yeah. But once again, the black flag is out. These races are this result is unofficial until it is determined. It's under review. But your unofficial winner, Colin Warren, and he did pass two at once. Owen Lloyd, unofficially second, who led so much of that race. James Overbeck led for a little bit. He unofficially is third. Massimino was unofficially fourth. Connor Zillage unofficially fifth. But it is the top five, assuming nobody moves. That's your podium. Brady Atwood, Ronnie Kleiss, Eli Fox, Dylan Amundsen, and Addison Ianello in the top 10. Christopher McKeith, and way back there in 11th. Emily DeMaster, 12th. Cameron Reed, 13th. Nicky Palladino, 14th. And Gianluca Savaglio, unofficially 15th.
And now, I don't think there was anything wrong with what went on between Warren, Lloyd, and Overbeck. So that black flag might be for something else. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not an official. But Colin Warren, like I said, a well-calculated driver. This guy has numbers running around in his head, and he's figuring things out. And he waited for what was going on. He kind of anticipated what might happen, and he took the lead.
Yeah,
from third.
I've just seen him do that so many times.
And Overbeck, a younger driver, good driver, definitely maybe made his move a little too soon, but he gave it his best try, and he did a good job, Overbeck, taking on those two drivers, Warren and Lloyd. Come on. So
Overbeck and Lloyd are both about 16, 17, 18, something like that. So, and
of course,
Warren is like 25 or something.
Yeah, he's got a little
so
more
he's the elder statesman.
And like I said, he's a well-calculated driver. So I don't. Hopefully, the black flag had nothing to do with those three. Yeah. It has something to do further down the line, and we'll have to wait and see. But
you always want a clean race. You're hoping for a clean race.
And that's
I'm so sorry.
So a tough break for Jossicrat. Yeah. He was on the move also. Well, we had a lot of time. Henry Wheeler out like on the first lap with Hudson Brown. I mean, and then Jossicrat. So it was a tough race. We know that when they run this, when you have this many champions in the class and the competition and what's on the line, it's going to be like that. But Colin Warren, if he gets declared the winner, we had the black flag out. This will make it 2 years in a row that he has won the Spring Nationals. Yeah, so congratulations, hopefully, to Colin Warren. He would be the winner 2 years in a row of the CKNA Spring Nationals. Here we are in 2024 at the CKNA Spring Nationals, and we're definitely preparing every one of these classes. They're not going to be easy to get through. Up next is Masters, and as much as you might want to think the old
Sportsman.
I'm sorry, Sportsman. Yep. As much as you might want to think that the sport. I'm going to say Masters is not up next, but when we get to Masters, you want to think that they're pretty good, that they're not going to kill each other. You never know.
Look at that good shot. The camera people are doing a wonderful job. A good shot of the busy pits. You see people going this way and that way, left, right, backwards, forward.
It's very busy down there with 500 entries. What do you expect? Good shot right there. Lock it right there. Okay, we are back, and we like to remind racing, and that we're going to the interview with Ashley.
I totally just forgot your name. Owen Lloyd is your 2024 Provisional Senior Light Spring National Champion. That was a hectic and crazy race. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
It was a good race, yeah. I was leading the whole entire thing. We got a good gap from fourth, and I just want to get a good gap when we got that, and so I didn't want to block. We just keep on pulling, and so with two to go, I got passed on the inside, and I went back to second, I believe, and just got knocked off track. And then Colin Warren hit me, and just he happened to get a penalty, which is a shame, but came out on top, so that's a good one.
Anybody you want to thank for this weekend?
And my dad, my mom, and my grandparents.
Well, congratulations, Owen. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Back to you guys in the booth.
All right, so here we are back at Kart Chaser Cup Karts North America. Where are we? Charlotte Motor Speedway. Yeah.
Charlotte Motor Speedway, and we're getting ready for Sportsman.
Sportsman coming up next. In no particular order, we have Emmett Gofa and Owen Solomon, Ryan Hall, and I'm not going to get a chance to call these off, so you know who your people are. And we're watching Ryan, the flagman. Ryan says, green, 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 go, go, go. Let her up, Tater Chip.
And it looks like Holden Myers was able to stay out there and get the lead right away and get out of trouble before anything starts happening through these turns right on the start where they're all kind of bunched up. And you see them coming three abreast through some of these turns. And it's amazing that, somebody in the dirt there, but recovers, but he's got to be careful that he doesn't take out a few other cars when he comes back on the track, when that person comes back on the track. But it looked like it was a good recovery.
This is our sportsman class, Tony, and this is the littlest class of the day. 27 made the feature here. Yeah, 27, yeah. Ives, of course, Tony and I really appreciate with our tired old eyes that Ives has his name written across the front of his car,
Ives
front bumper.
Been a big savior to us up here. You can't miss him. He's running in second right now.
And once again, I see a bunch of comp carts out there, Tony. That looks
we've been seeing them the past weekend.
3 out of the top 4 are comp carts. Is that Myers up front, do you think?
I think it was.
36, okay, yeah. And then Ives second.
Yep, Ives is definitely in second. That makes it easy for him.
And total of 16 laps, of course.
Yep.
And a 1-point-something mile track and 14, 16 corners, something like that.
Yep.
So this track, the facilities are really nice. The Charlotte Motor Speedway should be, of course.
Yeah, they did a great job with this kart track and a great facility for karting. And, a facility that a lot of people know of, okay? Not only in the karting circles. So great job. We thank Charlotte Motor Speedway for keeping this track. It was here many years ago, but then fallen under disrepair, and no races were held there on this track anymore. And I believe it was in 2020 or 2019 that they redid it and made it what it is today. Actually better than it was back when it was first built.
So it must have been brand new the first time Cup Karts came here. I did not realize that.
It might have been the first time. I really don't know when it was repaved and rebuilt. But yeah, when the Cup Karts first came here, that's when I was first here for the first. I wasn't here in 20 years or something, and it was definitely a much nicer track than when we were racing back 20 years ago. So, but I know the old track. I mean, I came back a few times. It was falling under disrepair. It was sinking in areas. So it needed repair before you can hold another big kart race on it. And somewhere down the line, Charlotte Motor Speedway, because I believe WKA was the first one that kind of built the track or paid to have the track built. And I don't think they were the ones that paid to have it done the second time. And the second time, it has really been done, made up. They raised it a little, which they had to do because it would constantly get flooded. And I guess it gave it a better base that it doesn't sink because it was sinking in places.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was something. It was getting pretty bad.
The only problem I see with this track is they apparently years ago they had a RV show in the over the track area there in the infield of the NASCAR track, and they brought in all, because it was wet, so they brought in all kinds of rocks, and they tried to make it so you could walk in and see these campers. Well, what that did was every time a cart goes off the track, it brings those rocks back on the track. So they've got all kinds of jet dryers and sweepers and all kinds of equipment they constantly have out here when we're not racing. If we take a long lunch break or overnight or something, they're cleaning the track all night long. So we appreciate that.
Right. So your leader is number 36, Holden Myers. The number 448 of Parker Ives in second. The 54 of Cade Wolf in third. Bowen Green in fourth. He's in the 444. The number 14 of A.J. Stoner in fifth. The number 151 of Daniel Dragunov in sixth. The 12 of Laney Thinpeg in seventh. The number 37 of Nicholas Mose in the number 37 in 8th. Andrew Adams in the 41 in 9th. And the 166 of Wyatt Fink in 10th spot. So Holden Myers, he has been quick all weekend long. But Parker Ives, we've watched him. And did Ives take the lead? Can't miss his front, says Ives right there. So,
I think, sure. He's ahead of
the 448. He's also got a good back number panel that when the camera goes behind him, and you could clearly read that. So we appreciate it, Ives, that you got everything pretty clear on your card, making it easy for us old guys up in the tower to see you. So he's done a nice job with his numbers. Number 448, Parker Ives now in the lead in front of the 36th of Holden Myers. And it looks like the top two have pulled away from your third place driver, which is number 54, Cade Wolf.
Yeah, definitely.
And in fourth place, it's A.J. Stoner. And it looks like Cade Wolf is all alone in third, so no battle there. So the battle is for first. And when I see more of the track, the battle is for first. Third place is all alone, but the battle for fourth continues. And that's the number 14 of A.J. Stoner and the number 444 of Bowen Green. Those two are battling for that fourth place position. So we got a race for first and a race for fourth. Third place is right now pretty safe. That is the number 54 of Cade Wolf. He's got third place pretty much wrapped up. He's all alone in third. But the battle is for fourth with A.J. Stoner in the number 14. And in fifth, the number 444 of Bowen Green. And those are all podium finishes if they can hold those top 5 positions. And the race for first is definitely not over. Ives has got the lead, but Myers is right on his back bumper. That's the two leaders right now that you see going around the track. And Ives has been out front with Myers all weekend long. But right now it is Ives out in front. Myers in second. All alone in third is Cade Wolf. But you can see he doesn't even fall into the angle of the picture. There he is. You see him just dart out there in third place. But that's how big of a lead the two leaders have. We'll go back in the pack and see what's going on. In fourth place, remember, it's 14 A.J. Stoner. And he's doing battle with the 444 of Bowen Green.
And we are just slightly over halfway done. We just hit the halfway flags.
Okay.
8 down, 8 to go.
Now, you're also seeing a lot of these white engines, which are still Briggs & Stratton. They're allowed to paint the cover whatever color they want. And depending on who sells them the engine, sometimes they'll go by that. So that's Stewart. And Stewart paints his engines white, and he puts the big S usually on the recoil.
Is Howard here this week?
Howard is here.
Yes, okay.
Howard's pretty good. He kind of supports his driver, people that have bought his product. And I believe Howard, was a big time. He did things for NASCAR back in the day, and he's got a pretty good history if you ever talk to him.
Actually, an awful lot of these people have some kind of NASCAR background, without doubt.
But he does show up at these races, and he is here. I saw him floating around. So the battle continues between the number 14 of A.J. Stoner and the 444 of Bowen Green. That's for fourth place. And fifth, I'm not sure if the number 12 of Laney Thinpeg is trying to get on that podium. We'll have to pick that up. So there goes your leaders. There goes third, fourth, and fifth. And number 12, Laney Thinpeg, no, she's not in striking distance of the number 444 of Bowen Green, but anything can happen. This is a long race. So right now, Laney Thinpeg.
Thigpen, I think.
Thigpen. Laney in 6th. Daniel Dragunov in 7th. Nicholas Mose in 8th. Andrew Adams in 9th. Wyatt Fink in the top 10. Parker Ives continues to hold the lead, but a good battle going on there. You see it for 54. Cade Wolf now. Wait a minute now. Let's see. So I believe I said Cade Wolf had that 3rd place wrapped up, but it looks like he is in now having a race going on as the 444 of Bowen Green gets right behind him. So A.J. Stoner took over that 3rd place. Number 14, they caught up to the 54 of Cade Wolf, who had that 3rd place kind of wrapped up, nobody around him. A.J. Stoner caught up and took over 3rd place. That's Kart 14. Cade Wolf drops the 4th, the number 54, and now he's got the number 444 of Bowen Green all over him. And whether or not that'll allow the number 12 of Laney Thinpeg to catch up, I'm not sure if Laney could do it at this point. Daniel Dragunov in 7th, Nicholas Mose in 8th, Andrew Adams in 9th, and Wyatt Fink in the top 10. But right now, sitting on the podium, Ives, Meyer, Stoner, Wolf, and Green.
And congratulations to A.J. Stoner, Stoner family. They're out of the, what are they? The, Grandy and Charles Maxwell, AMAX Racing. They're out of the AMAX Racing trailer, racing tent.
And right
he's
now,
currently in 3rd.
Stoner's got his work cut out for him. He did make it up to 3rd, but he's got the 54 of Cade Wolf. So we've got a race for 3rd going on between Stoner, Wolf, and Green. And that's all battling. They all want to stay on that podium. But look at that. They are running close. And is that the more of the comp carts behind them? So A.J. Stoner holding on to that 3rd place, but he's got Wolf and Green right behind him. So that might change up. You see the 444 of Bowen Green. He's in 5th. And that's a good race. There's a good shot of them. And right now it's the number 14 of A.J. Stoner trying to hold on to that 3rd place. Here comes your leader. And that is Ives and Myers. Those are your 2 leaders out front. Ives, of course, in 1st. And that's your 2 leaders.
Myers led for a pretty good piece of the race early, and then Ives took over, and they haven't switched position for a while.
And now you see the battle for that 3rd place. It's A.J. Stoner in the 14, the 54 of Cade Wolf, and the 444 of Bowen Green. So that's that battle. A good shot there you see on the track right now as they head into the turns here. And it is A.J. Stoner. They're getting the 2 laps remaining. 2 laps remain. Oh, did we have?
We have a
new leader, right? That is Holden Meyer. I believe
you're right. Holden Meyer, followed by Parker Ives. Parker Ives, I think, is currently 2nd.
Yeah, Ives was doing a great job there, but Meyer decided now it's time. And Ives is not going to give it up that easy. He did lose a little ground to him, but he's not going to give it up that easy, and he's closing the gap again. So we do have a race for 1st and a race for 3rd right now. That's what's going on with only 2 laps to go. That's when this racing seems to really pick up here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the CKNA Spring Nationals. And this is the Sportsman class. And there they go. Myers now your leader, Ives in 2nd. And there goes your battle for 3rd. A.J. Stoner trying to hold off Cade Wolf and Bowen Green.
They got about a half a lap to go.
Yep. And right now it looks like the number 36 of Holden Meyer, he's doing a good job now of trying to hold off Ives. Don't count Ives out yet.
No, definitely not.
And they got a big lead over 3rd place driver, number 14, A.J. Stoner. But that's it. There's another race going on there for 3rd. And there he goes. There goes Ives. Ives makes the move, but Myers comes back. And Myers looking all around, seeing where is Ives.
Oh, and they're battling.
Ives is there. And let's see if he can get a run. He's going to cross him over, and he does. And Myers put his hand up already. He didn't.
Double checker. Myers over Ives.
Yeah, Myers gets it. Ives finishes up in 2nd. Bowen Green ends up in your 3rd spot. He gets by Stoner, and so does Cade Wolf. There was a good race going on, but unfortunately we had to focus on the leaders because a change of lead was going on there for the Spring National champion in Sportsman. Holden Myers gets that. Parker Ives finishes second. Bowen Green ends up at third. He gets by A.J. Stoner, and so does the 54 of Cade Wolf. And Stoner ends up still on the podium.
Yep.
A.J. Stoner gets that 5th place.
And we don't see a black flag, so I think this one's official, which we're happy to see.
So good, clean racing by these Sportsman's drivers. And no repeat winners in this class. No repeat winners. It was Leighton Mull who won it last year. And so no repeat winners. It's Myers winning this one with Ives in second, Green in third, Wolf in fourth. And A.J. Stoner making the podium. Daniel Dragonoff in sixth.
Didn't quite make the podium.
Lenny in Peggy, right, in seventh. Nicholas Mose in eighth. Andrew Adams in ninth. And Wyatt Fink in the top 10.
So congratulations to everybody. Next up, our Masters Championship, a 16-lap feature. This is going to be fantastic. The Masters put on a pretty doggone good show, to be perfectly honest.
And just to mention, we talk about no repeat winners in the Sportsman, but Holden Myers did finish third last year in this race, so he bettered himself. He got second this year, so he moved up.
So our Masters, here's just some of the names in no particular order. Mark Steele, Chris Carroll, John Price, Todd Barron, James Insko, Ryan Sprowski, J.D. Gunn, Jamie Bradford, Kevin May, Faldino Brito, Adam Hiller, Tim Skinner, Ryan Kasner, Kenneth Williams, Ian McIntyre, Tim Stiefel, James Brancati, Joseph Janowski, Casey Stahl, Craig Steen, etc., etc. Hey, Tony, do you have any idea why we don't have Ryan Cassidy here?
I did not talk to Ryan.
Okay.
I expected him to be here.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he didn't show. It is a pretty good drive for him if he wanted to come to this race. And maybe he had other things going on. I did not speak to him. And I don't know anybody that did speak to him, so I can't say that.
Well, Ryan, if you're at home listening, we miss you, man.
I
always love watching your race.
Was hoping for Ryan to be here because he is truly a legend champion.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
We're in Masters though, right here.
Yes, and we are yellow. No start, no start, no start.
But I figured Ryan would be here, and he's always somebody to contend with. Sure.
Geez, he puts on a good race with everybody.
Well, he is a champion many times over before cycle. So kind of miss Ryan, but
absolutely.
We do have a lot of the top drivers here, and you got to keep an eye on Chris Carroll in this race.
Oh, without a doubt. He's starting on the front row outside.
And you got Todd Barron right there again, and his tuner, I think, has got that Mach 1 working. John Price is our Northeast champion in this class, so John Price is right there in fourth. James Insko in fifth.
Ellie Yanko representing Ontario. Jesse Clossy. I mean, just a bunch of big names.
Let's see.
And we're going to see if we get started. We are green, green, green. Go, go, go! And so far we look clean.
Carroll's getting caught up, and it's going to be tough for Carroll. They're not going to let him pull away the way he did during one of the heat races. And Carroll's really being pushed to the outside. So I'm not sure where he ended up. So, of course, Mark Steele up front. And the number 444 of John Price, our local champion, right there in second. So Price made the right move, and he's staying right with Mark Steele. So Steele Motorsports up in front. John Price out of Nicholson Raceway in Chestertown, Maryland. And so he's right there and running with Mark Steele. So good job by John Price. We'll pick it up as they come around. And Price going for the lead.
Look at that. Whoa, hello, Mark Steele.
Yeah, hello, Mark Steele. Now you're looking at the back of Price, but might have been kind of early for John Price to do that. Insko in third, Todd Barron in fourth, J.D. Gunn in the top five. Let's see Gunn on the podium, hopefully. Ryan Sporowski in sixth, Jamie Bradford in seventh, Vendetto Brito in eighth, Tim Skinner in ninth, and Kevin May in the top 10.
Once again, this is a 16-lap race, just like everybody but K-Karts.
So John Price out in front, but now we're building up. It looks like 4 people up there. You see Chris Carroll, man, having a tough time. Chris Carroll, where is he? He's back in 12th place.
Is that 12th? Oh, my goodness.
And Ian McIntyre right behind him. Ryan Kasner in front of him. So a tough break for Chris Carroll. Now, what might have happened with Carroll is he had a great setup for yesterday. Today's setup might have threw him off a little bit when the weather was different, but now it's kind of going back to the way it was yesterday, and he might have missed the setup by just a little bit, and that really hurt him. Plus, on the start, nobody was giving him any room, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Nobody was giving him any room.
Well, it's Chris Carroll.
Yeah. They knew that. He's a threat. So nobody gave him any room on the start.
We got some kind of action on
well, a cart hit the barrier.
Oh, bummer.
Okay, and we're going to go right now. We'll be right back with Kart Chaser. We're going with an interview with Ashley of one of the winners.
Holden Myers is your provisional 2024 Sportsman Spring Nationals champion. Holden, can you tell me about your race? How did it go for you?
It was a good race. Me and Parker were battling them out. Me and Parker just got away from the field and just won.
Anybody you want to thank for this weekend?
Timmy Tech, my parents, my mom, my dad.
All right, we're back. And right now, John Price trying to hold off Mark Steele and Todd Barron. The top three try to pull away a little bit from the 117 of James Insko and the number 14 of J.D. Gunn.
That's some big names up there. Wow.
Yeah, some big names, and that's your podium right there. And here they come across the finish line. In sixth place, it is Jamie Bradford in the 118. Chris Carroll now has come back. He's up into the 7th slot. Ryan Kasner in 8th and Ryan Spirowski in 9th. But Chris Carroll, keep an eye on the number 12. He's made his way back up to 7th. But what's happening is if these leaders like Price, Steele, and Barron they're in that draft and they start pulling away, it is going to be really tough for Chris Carroll to even get on a podium finish at this point. And he's been strong this weekend. And it looks like Mark Steele now has taken the lead away from John Price and also Todd Barron. When that opening opens up, you know Barron's going in there. So Barron went from 3rd right into 2nd and got by Price. Price had no choice but to drop back to 3rd at this point. In 4th, I believe, is James Insko in the 117. J.D. Gunn hanging right there in 5th. What a finish this could be for J.D. Gunn on his CRG at a Target Distributing. But right now, it is Mark Steele in the lead. Barron in 2nd. John Price in 3rd. Price had the lead for a while. And like I said, he took that lead kind of early. He might have should have waited a little bit. And Mark Steele wasn't going to have nothing of it. And, of course, Todd Barron. Barron looking for a win here. Gets right on the back bumper of Steele. And Barron, believe me, will pace him possibly to the white flag lap before you see a move. And if Price closes in, then it could be a three-way battle. But it looks like Barron is going to try to push Steele so they get out in front of Price. And Price should not be a consideration to take the lead at this point. And they are putting some distance between themselves and John Price.
I see Dr. Todd's got a clear face shield on, probably left over from last night. I don't know if he didn't have time to change it or forgot.
Well, also, it was cloudy.
It was cloudy, you're right.
So he might have, let's face it. There goes the Briggs. Yeah. What do they call it?
The Briggs squat or something? Squat? I don't know. I don't think that's right, but it's something like that. And what they do is they scoot their butt way forward in the seat and lift their knees way high in the air.
Okay, we're going to go to a quick interview with Ashley. No, okay. No. Oh, yeah, we get it. Briggs tuck. That's it. The Briggs tuck.
Briggs tuck. Thank you.
That's where he kind of slides his rear end off the seat. That's why his knees go up. But he is making his body more aerodynamic as the wind passes over him.
Yep.
And we've seen this work.
Oh, my goodness. We didn't know what we were looking at, but we saw it.
Dr. Todd is saying it ain't going to work this time.
Yeah.
Because Todd is trying to stay with him. But Steele is putting a gap between him. And
there he goes.
Yeah,
yep,
there he goes. And let's see if it works. He got back down. But he's trying any place he can. John Price, though, is keeping pace with them. J.D. Gunn has moved up to 4th. So he's trying to secure his podium finish here. James Insko in 5th. Chris Carroll now up to 6th. Don't count number 12 out because Chris Carroll looking for a podium finish here. He is right there in 6th. Jamie Bradford in 7th. Ryan Kasner in 8th. Ian McIntyre in 9th. And in 10th, it's Ryan Spirowski, and they get the halfway sign.
And there's
see
Chris
the number
Carroll.
12 of Chris Carroll. Right now, the number 12 of Chris Carroll runs in 5th. He gets on the podium.
Good.
So I said, don't count him out. And maybe now J.D. Gunn in the number 14 could be in trouble as Chris Carroll starts to close that gap. Right now, I got to admit, the Briggs Tuck maybe is not working because Dr. Todd is not having no part of it, and he's right on the bumper of Mark Steele.
See, Mark Steele's given up on it, though. Or,
Yeah,
whatever
he
reason.
he said, well, definitely it's not shaking this guy off my back bumper. But maybe he's going to save that tuck because it's kind of uncomfortable. He's going to save it for the last lap. You see Chris Carroll now. I believe he gets by J.D. Gunn. So Carroll goes up into 4th spot. J.D. Gunn still on the podium with 5th. But Chris Carroll now moving up to 4th. Chris Carroll is on the move. Can he catch up to the top 3?
Lots of laps left.
Yeah, lots of laps left. And Carroll is moving through the group. Like I said, he got shut out on the start. There goes Dr. Todd. And he might be making this move a little too soon.
But he is.
But he did take the lead. And that allows Price to close up on the gap. But let's see how long that lasts, if Price can stay with them, because Steele might start pushing Todd. Oh, nope. Price still right there. I thought Price was going to sneak in. And you should see Chris Carroll starting to come up at this point.
He should be in the picture pretty soon.
Yeah, pretty soon you might see the number 12 of Chris Carroll. There he is.
Yep.
You see him.
Back in 4th place.
So we might have a 4-way battle, or at least Chris Carroll gets up to 3rd, passes Price, and it's a 3-way battle. But right now, holding on to the lead is the number 11 of Todd Barron on that Mach 1. But Steele Racing, Steele Motorsports, Mark Steele right there in 2nd. And like I said, I think Steele's going to wait. He might start pushing Dr. Todd so that they can get away from John Price and Chris Carroll. But what a run by Chris Carroll, moving up into the top 4 at this point, coming back. I mean, he was back in 7th or 8th there. He got shut out on the start. But he came back, and look, he is closing in on John Price.
And he's doing it all by himself, Tony.
Yeah, he has nobody to partner with, and that's what I said is amazing. But he's been fast in this class.
And here comes Mark Steele.
Mark Steele making the move maybe a little too soon. Maybe now you're going to see the Briggs Tuck come into play because he's got to pull away, and that's going to allow Carroll to break in there, and it's going to be a 4-way battle for the lead. So Mark Steele takes the lead again. They're coming across a lap cart. Oh, he gets out of the way.
Yep.
That almost up. There it goes. Price got into trouble there by going wide behind the lap cart, and Carroll was able to move into 3rd. But look at the gap that the 2 leaders put on Carroll now. But Carroll is fast here today, without a draft, without a partner. He is just strictly fast, and he was fast during the heat races.
I'd be there still looking over his right shoulder.
Yeah.
I'd be looking not at the cart behind you, but
you
got to
worry about
that Chris Carroll
coming up. And we saw him in the heat race pull a lead that nobody else could touch. He got shut out on the start here. And lucky thing, this is a 16-lap race, allowing Carroll to get back up there. And he's back up there in 3rd. Price settles for 4th. J.D. Gunn still on the podium in 5th. But what a run by Chris Carroll now. Can he close in on the leaders and give them a run for their money? We'll see what happens. There's 4 to go at this point. But Chris Carroll driving an excellent race. Of course, Mark Steele and Barron driving an excellent race as well. But now Chris Carroll has closed in.
Dr. Todd glued to the back bumper of Mark Steele, and Chris Carroll right behind Dr. Todd.
So we got a battle for 1st, and there's a battle for 4th going on with J.D. Gunn starting to pressure John Price. J.D. Gunn right on his back bumper. Gunn looking to move into 4th place. There's your top 3 as they head up the hill there.
J.D. Gunn is having one of his better races that I remember in a long time. Years.
We've been calling his name this weekend, and that's good news for J.D. Gunn.
He's going to leave Stacy at home for the rest of his career. No, I'm kidding, Stacy. I know you're watching.
So Carroll now definitely not hearing it. He wants to get involved, and he's pushing Dr. Todd, and Todd is going to push Mark Steele. And still the battle going on for 4th with John Price and J.D. Gunn. So we got some good racing going on here. J.D. Gunn in the black and yellow. He's in the number 14. 2 laps remaining.
And
Two laps remaining. Carroll's
kind of poking his nose in there.
Well, he knows he's got to start making that move. Steele, we're not seeing the Briggs Tuck, but I think he needs it at this point.
I think so, too, after what we saw yesterday.
And, you know, Dr. Barron is shutting the door every place he can. He knows now he's got somebody else on his back bumper. I'm sure I don't know if he knows it's Chris Carroll, but he's got to worry about that. Steele doing a job, trying to hold on to the lead. White flag will be waving this time, I believe, on Steele. So it's going to be tough here. Look at them. But, you know, Dr. Barron will keep that door slammed. Oh,
I'm not sure what.
And there it goes.
And here comes Carroll.
Carroll gets that second place. Now, will Dr. Barron team up with Carroll to push him up to Steele? White flag is out. Carroll in position to maybe win a championship here again. So Carroll closing in. He is right there. That gave Mark Steele, though, the advantage he needed to lock up this win, to get this win because of that dicing with Dr. Barron. And I don't know if there's enough time for Chris to catch. Chris is definitely catching him. I'll tell you, Mark
Chris
Steele
is fast all along.
He is fast. He is extremely fast.
And he's right on there, Steele.
There it is. We're going to come down to the end. Steele, look at Steele. Manhandling that wheel.
Come together.
Yeah, he's handling that wheel. Look at him. He's looking back. Oh, and there goes Dr. Barron. Barron gets into, oh, man, don't count Carroll out yet. We got a three-way battle. Checker flags are waving. Oh, Steele and Barron and Carroll get into it at the end there. I'm not sure how they finished up, but Mark Steele got the win.
Unofficially, and there's no black. It's two checkered.
Black.
So it looks like Mark Steele, Chris Carroll.
So Chris Carroll did get second?
You know, that's what it looked like for a second. The score sheet is changing. Every time they have to do something official, it changes our score sheet so we can't see. But
Todd Barron, yeah. Todd Barron got second, it looks like.
Todd Barron?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what a race right at the end. You got to give Chris Carroll, he ended up, I mean, he had a shot at the lead there, but then it got a little tight, and Barron came up, and it was a three-way battle. He ended up in third, I believe, officially. So Carroll gets third. John Price ends up on the podium in fourth. J.D. Gunn, you got to give him credit, gets a podium finish. But Mark Steele, what a race he had to drive there. First it was John Price pressuring him. Then it was Todd Barron pressuring him. Then it was Chris Carroll. But Chris Carroll is the guy that came from like 8th place and pulled up without any partners helping him to get up into that third slot. And so we're looking back at last year. It was Mark Steele who won this race. So for 2 years,
he's a back-to-back.
Yeah, back-to-back.
Okay.
For 2 years in a row, the number 34 of Mark Steele takes the win here at the Spring Nationals at Charlotte Motor Speedway CKNA 2024 season. He was your 2023 season Spring Series champion, and right now he makes it 2 in a row. Mark Steele. Todd Barron in second. Chris Carroll, what a drive by Chris Carroll. Still gets a high podium finish. John Price did a good job out there. Local guy from Chestertown, Maryland, Nicholson Speedway. He was our Northeast champion in 2023. He gets fourth. And in fifth,
J.D. Gunn fifth?
J.D.
Sorry, Stacy, but you're staying home for the rest of J.D.'s career.
And look at this. McIntyre gets
there we
sixth.
go. I don't know if we're related, but I like that name. Spelled the same as mine even.
So McIntyre gets sixth, Kasner in seventh, Bradford in eighth, Skinner in ninth, and Kevin May in the top 10.
Okay, we're back with Kart Chaser, Cup Karts North America at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is our Spring Nationals. In no particular order, we've got a number of huge names here. Brandon Jarsacrack, Owen Lloyd, Colin Warren, James Overbeck, Sean Meyer, Hudson Brown, Ian Quinn, Elmer Edmondson, Colin Aiken, Paulie Massimino, Connor Zilich, Eli Fox, David Vasquez, Dylan Amundsen, Jacob Duvall, Eli Warren, Cameron Reed, Christopher McKeithen, Henry Wheeler, Wicked Nick Sobiak, Brady Atwood, Mason Rick, Brent Cruz, Addison Ianello, AJ Roderick, Jason Rothman, and I've got to look at the start here, so sorry. We're watching Ryan, the flagman. Ryan says, green, 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 go, go, go. Let her go right away.
They get an early green right away. And the 138 of Brandon Jarsacrack. He is a seasoned racer, of course. 2-cycle, 4-cycle, you name it. He's with the PPK team, and he quickly pulled the lead. Let's see if he can hold off the rest of this. This is a highly competitive class. And, of course, you got Owen Lloyd right there in third. Don't count him out. And I believe that's Colin Warren who pulled up into second. Do I have that?
Yep. You are correct, Tony.
And Lloyd in third. In fourth, I do recognize that. That is Overbeck, I believe.
I think Sean Meyer. Might be Sean Meyer.
Is it 030? Yeah, you're right. I think it is Sean Meyer. Okay.
And
Overbeck might be fourth.
Is that the Cincinnati Kid? Sure it is.
The red helmet? Yeah.
Number 48, yep. Okay.
All right, so right now we got the number 138 of Brandon Jarsacrack out in front. Colin Warren, all right, always somebody in contention, along with Owen Lloyd, who has been just extremely hot all weekend long. And he's already won. He's already a Spring National champion for one. There goes Colin Warren and Owen Lloyd. They get by Jarsacrack. And I believe Jarsacrack not worried about that.
No.
It is very early on in the race, and he was okay with that. Go ahead, take the lead. But he's going to definitely stay in their draft. Sean Meyer in fourth, James Overbeck in fifth, Hudson Brown in sixth, Colin Aiken in seventh. So we still got a long way to go here, and a lot of good drivers behind Colin Warren. Of course, Owen Lloyd is definitely a threat here. Jarsacrack also a very big threat. And you got Overbeck, Sean Meyer, Brown, Aiken, Mo Edmondson, Connor Zilich in ninth. So keep an eye on Zilich also. Connor Zilich running the 71. You never know. But right now, they're not pulling away from a lot of people at this point. Top 4, 5. It looks like, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, nobody's pulling away. We got a long line here. It's not like the top 3 are running close. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7, and then a little break, and then a lot of cars keeping into this long line and the draft. So nobody is, right now, Colin Warren is not getting away from anybody.
No.
Owen Lloyd can maybe help him to try to pull away if they team up. But you got Jarsacrack and Overbeck back to back, and they could just make up that time by also teaming up. And you see, that's what's happening here. Nobody is, the top 4 now maybe could start pulling away, because it looks like the top 2 are working together, and the second, third, and fourth person is working together. Oh,
and there we go.
Lloyd.
Yeah. Jarsacrack tries to get around Lloyd, and looks like he succeeds.
I believe he does it.
Lloyd gets shuffled back to third, maybe fourth. Third, anyway.
This could be trouble here. So Lloyd, I believe, has to drop back to third, Overbeck in fourth, Hudson Brown in fifth.
And I think that Owen Lloyd and the Cincinnati Kid back there in third and fourth, I think they'll probably team up together and see if they can get around. Well, look at there.
And there goes Jarsacrack back into the lead. Wow. Got some racing going on here. 7 karts all together.
And Colin Warren, if he stays in it, he's got a real good chance of winning it as he does, as he passed 2 on the last lap, last time.
We go all the way back to 7. That's Colin Aiken in the number 11. He's in the lead draft along with Hudson Brown. Colin Aiken in 6th. I believe Colin Aiken in 6th. Sean Meyer in 7th. Hudson Brown in 5th. Owen Lloyd drops back to fourth.
Yeah.
Overbeck in third. Colin Warren right there. And Brandon Josicrack, your leader. And it looks like
Colin Warren looks over his right shoulder.
Yeah,
and
but
passed on his left.
he was Overbeck was looking to get by him.
Yep, on the other side, yeah.
And this way the two teammates would be out in front, but I believe Warren, let's pick it up here. No, Overbeck did. No, Warren comes back.
Oh, yeah, he takes the spot back.
Takes the spot back.
I'm not giving that up.
He breaks it up. He breaks up the team there. And Owen Lloyd just stays in a comfortable fourth there, being hard pressed, maybe by Colin Aiken, who's in fifth. Hudson Brown drops to sixth. Sean Meyer drops to seventh. And look who's coming up. Paulie Massimino in eighth. Eli Fox in ninth. Elmer Edmondson, Mo Edmondson in 10th. Not sure what happened.
Here comes Overbeck, looking on the inside and takes over P2.
Not sure what happened to Connor Zillage. He was in the top 10. Still looks like 7 carts staying in the lead draft. And it looks like the 48 now of Overbeck goes into the lead with Josicrack in second.
I see Zillage way down in 19th.
Yeah, something must have happened to Zillage. And Owen Lloyd fighting for that third place, and he gets it. He gets by Colin, right? He gets by Colin Warren.
Yep.
And takes that third place. Now you have Overbeck out in front. And you got Josicrack right behind him. So you might see these two team up and try to pull away from Owen Lloyd, who's running in third.
So you got Ohio, Florida, Georgia, Florida.
Again, you have Coyotes at the front, MGM, and then VLR behind the MGM.
Yeah, and here comes Colin Warren up to third.
Will he get by?
He did.
Oh, wow.
No, maybe not.
Yeah. Oh, no. So we got Overbeck in the lead, Josicrack in second. I believe Colin Warren did get third. Yep, Colin Warren in third. Owen Lloyd in fourth. Colin Aiken in fifth. Hudson Brown in sixth. Sean Meyer in seventh.
So once again, that's James Overbeck. I call him the Cincinnati Kid, number 48 out front. Then we have Josicrack, number 138 in second, and Colin Warren in third. I think he's 7'11", right? 2'11". 2'11", Colin Warren. And of course, Waycross Georgia's own Owen Lloyd, number 119 in fourth.
In fifth is Colin Aiken in the number 11, and in sixth, the 021 of Hudson Brown. So Brown just missing the podium right now.
And that time by the stripe, there were 7
right.
laps to go.
And it looks like the top 6 now are pulling away from the rest of the pack.
Yeah.
And Overbeck and Josicrack.
Overbeck, their leader, part of the Big Steamers. It's a group of kids that call themselves the Big Steamers.
Oh, he's out in front right now.
He's steaming. He's the biggest steamer.
And I tell you, he's got a lot of experience right behind him. Josicrack and Warren.
Oh, yeah.
And Owen Lloyd, even though Owen Lloyd's a young guy.
Josicrack looking outside, comes back in and kind of bumps into Owen Lloyd.
And Overbeck still holding on. And putting a little space between him and who got into second there? Is that Colin Warren?
It is Colin Warren.
Colin Warren broke up that group. He got back into second. So Warren in second now. And I would say Overbeck not in a comfortable position as he was with Josicrack behind him. So we got Colin Warren in between, and you still got Owen Lloyd right there in fourth. In fifth is Colin Aiken.
Owen Lloyd has kind of settled down a little bit. He's kind of calmed down. He's gonna wait.
He's got to wait this out and see where these people are going here. He knows there's, I mean, right now, Colin Warren has broken up the Coyotes by putting the VLR between them, and he knows there's going to be some action there. He's on an MGM, and so he's going to wait and see what goes on. Then you got Colin Aiken in fifth, and you got Hudson Brown right there in sixth. Those top 6 have pulled away from the rest of the group. So that is the lead draft. I don't think you're going to see much changes. Those 6 are going to stay there. Who can win this race? I couldn't tell you at this point. Of course, it looks like, Overbeck, he's your leader right now, and you would say, well, he's favored, but not on this racetrack and not with the competition that's here and the experience that's behind him that knows when to make a move and when not to make a move. So we will see what happens here. But
laps are counting down, though.
Yeah, laps are counting down. 4 to go only, but still that's enough time for anything to happen from, we got the top 4 now. It looks like 5th and 6th have dropped off the pace a little bit. So it's a 4-way battle for the lead.
Overbeck a little while back there. Overbeck looks over his right shoulder, says, "Oh, these guys are still close."
Yeah. And it's not Jossicrat. It's Colin Warren.
Yeah.
So you got to worry a little more about that. But it's top 4 now. Look like they have pulled away from 5th and 6th. So no action anywhere in the front 6.
Yeah.
They're all kind of waiting for that end, and then you're going to see the scramble. It's almost like NASCAR runs at Daytona or Talladega. You got to wait for that last lap to see who's really going to win.
Overbeck better pull up his socks because they're coming for him. I'm telling you, they're really close.
They're going to come for him, that's for sure. But you don't know what's going to happen here. Hopefully they keep it clean so there's no major accidents or anything. But Overbeck right now in the lead, but he can't seem to get away from Colin Warren. 2 laps remaining, Dave. It's going to be tough. But the top 4 have pulled away from the number 119 of Owen Lloyd and the 021 of Hudson Brown. And that gives them a little more elbow room to play around here. And you see Colin Warren is, like I said, listen, this guy is well calculated.
Yeah. And Colin Warren, I said earlier, traditionally he likes to pass on the second to last lap.
Right.
So I'm expecting him to pass any second, any corner here now.
See, Jossicrat has kind of fell off the pace a little.
Just a little, yeah.
Just a little bit. And Owen Lloyd, I believe, is just laying back. I think he can close it up.
Oh, yeah.
But he's saying, I got to see a spot to go to. I don't want to just close it up and then try to make a move.
Right.
I need a place that I know I can fit into.
Yeah,
White flag
he's
is
smart
out.
enough, and here comes Colin Warren.
Well, Colin now starting to get, showing that he might do a run on him. But quickly, Jossicrat closes that gap.
Everybody bunches up. Yep.
Everybody bunches up. Overbeck really has his hands full here. He's earning this one. If he wins it, let me tell you, he earned it with the best in the business behind him. But here we go. And now you got Lloyd.
Yep.
You see Lloyd's getting in the picture now. Lloyd, will he push Jossicrat?
Here he comes.
Oh, here
Pass
he
1,
comes.
2.
Lloyd is unbelievable here. Lloyd goes into second now.
Yeah.
Colin Warren has to drop back to dirt. We got a race
Watch
to the
out,
finish.
Overbeck. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Here he comes. He's going to get a run on him.
Inside,
he goes on the inside.
Lloyd.
You see him jumping
It's a
down
drag
at
race.
it. And look at Colin
Warren on the outside.
It's
We're
gonna be a
Overbeck back
photo
to
finish.
4th.
Oh.
Warren? Was it Warren?
I think Warren got it. Oh, man. What a drive by Colin Warren. He gets it right at the end. 2 checkered flags waving, Dave. So Overbeck gets second. And it looked like Hudson Brown come up to 3rd place. So while all of that was going on, we were watching those guys dicing it out. Hudson Brown played it cool and got up to 3rd place. Lloyd ended up in 4th. Aiken in 5th. Brandon Jossicrat back to 6th. Holy man. Eli Fox in 7th. Elmer Edmondson in 8th. Jacob Duval in 9th. And Paulie Massimino in the top 10. Myers didn't make the top 10. He fell back to 11th. But what a race that was, and what a calculation again by Colin Warren. And that'll make Colin Warren 2 years in a row a winner in the SpringNationals.
Colin Warren, congratulations. And I think this one is mildly official because there's 2 checkered flags, no black. So I don't think there's any reviews or anything going on yet.
Well, good drive by James Overbeck there. He was right there. And what a drive by the 021 of Hudson.
Yeah, look at right at the end.
I mean, we didn't even see him in the camera because of all the things. But they got like 4 abreast coming down this straightaway, and it was hard to pick up all the numbers. So we're going to go to an interview with Ashley, one of the winners here at the SpringNationals.
Mark Steele is your provisional 2024 Masters Spring Nationals champion. Mark, tell me about that race.
It was pretty exciting. I had to battle Todd Barron there for a little bit. I saw Price behind me. It was a good race. The kart handled really well. My Lawson engine was great. Clutching was amazing. Dragon Skin clutch. I really can't say anything. It was a great weekend.
Anybody for this weekend?
My kids, my wife, and my daughter wanted me to do this on camera.
Well, congratulations, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're back. And good interview with Mark Steele at Steele Motorsports. Like I said, he's a 2-year-in-a-row champion, and so is Colin Warren in the senior medium class. And hopefully we'll get into the interview with Colin Warren soon. But what a drive by Overbeck, and what a drive by Hudson Brown coming up to that third place at the end there. So Hudson Brown with the top 3 finishes. Owen Lloyd gets on the podium, and so does Colin Aiken. So a great run by those top 5 drivers. Brandon Jossicrat, of course, was up there in contention to win it. Drops back to 6. Eli Fox gets 7. Elmer Mo Edmondson gets 8. Jacob Duval 9th. And Paulie Massimino makes up the top 10. Tough break for Sean Meyer. He finishes 11th. Brent Cruz in 12th. Henry Wheeler, one of the top drivers, back in 13th. David Vasquez in 14th. Christopher McKeithen back in 15th. Nick Sobiak in 16th. And Connor Zilic, the person we interviewed earlier today, great guy, finishes up in 17th. A.J. Roderick makes up the top 18th. Eli Warren gets 19th. And Ian Quinn finishes up the top 20. So some great racing here at the CKNA Spring Nationals here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, America's home for racing. We are very happy. Thank you to all the competitors and the people that came to this race. It was definitely a big deal. So we are going to an interview now with Ashley, and we'll be back in a minute.
Colin Warren is your provisional 2024 Senior Medium Spring National Champion. That was an absolute hectic race. Can you walk me through that last lap?
It started off, and I was in second. I knew I was kind of a little bit in trouble. I know how Overbeck blocks, and he likes parking it at the top of the hill over here. Expected it. Kind of can't really do anything about it. It's a good move. So I was like, oh, crap. And then all of a sudden, I got 3 wide over here. I get squeezed in the middle. I'm like, oh, it's over. So I'm like, I'll just go for an over-under over here. I get Jarcer crack, and I thought it was over at that point because my tires were so dirty. I was sliding. And then Overbeck and Lloyd decided to come to a stop at the bottom of the final corner. And I was like, oh, cool. Outside.
Well, that's awesome. It's definitely exciting to watch. Is there anybody you want to thank for this weekend?
Yeah, TS Racing, RLV, Dave, my mechanic, Miranda for coming out and supporting me with all this. So.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations, and I'm sure we'll see you again soon this year.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we're back here at Kart Chaser, and yeah, I absolutely agree with Colin there. We're very happy to have Miranda on site. Her company, RLV and VLR, have been sponsoring us since as long as I can remember, day one, and we really appreciate it. Thank you, Miranda. I think Art's on the property, so congratulations to everybody. A little bit farther down the field, 21st was Cameron Reed, 22nd was Keegan Clark, 23rd Dylan Amundsen, 24th William Adams, 25th Kevin King. Then we have Hunter Fox, Addison Ianello, Jason Rothman, Scott Kleeman, and Aiden White are 25 through 30. 31 through 40, Bryce Frank, Ben Gaunt, Anthony Bilgi, maybe. William Wallace from California, unfortunately 34th. Stephen Eisert, Austin Peck, Presley Whitney, William Zuba, and Kyle Callahan. Mason Rick coming home 40th. Jack DeLucci, 41st, Chris Harrower, 42nd, Noah Rivers, 43rd, Braden Heber, 44th, Patrick Levleve, 45th, Ethan Waters, 46th, Brady Atwood, 47th, Christian Savalio, 48th, William Lessig, 49th, and Bryce Downs did not start, but Bryce Downs is credited with 50th. So,
all right, you want to wrap this up, Dave? We're getting ready to close shop here, and any last words that we have for this great crowd that we had here today.
First of all, fantastic. Every single one of you. And you go home and you can tell your friends, your neighbors, your family that you were the 500th entry. You put us over 500 because I'll tell them to call me. I'll agree with you because I don't know who was actually 500. So I'm going to say you were. Every one of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is Cup Karts North America, and this has grown into a huge karting organization. I'm very happy. Second of all the Cup Karts people, all of our staff that I love working with weekend after weekend after weekend in multiple countries. And Kart Chaser, my goodness, you guys, you just do it so well. I'm just hugely impressed with every one of you and your work ethic and your camera work and whatever. So thank you, Trevor, and the whole gang at Kart Chaser. Really appreciate it. So this is Dave Mack.
Yep, and here's Tony DeTosarillo. I'm going to wrap this up, and we thank everybody once again for coming here and listening and watching Kart Chaser. And remember, the first race coming up on the East Series is at the BWI, Baltimore Washington International Airport. The name of the company there is forget it now. Anyway, but we will be at the Baltimore International Airport. We call it BWI for the race, and it'll be May 3rd to 5th. So that's coming up pretty quickly, and we hope to see a lot of people there at that East race. And everybody, goodbye, safe trip home, and good luck.